we need to have a civil war. It's actually quite heinous. So please be careful, sir.
I'm not the one who said civil war. You are.
I said civil war, and then you tried to infer. You tried to sit and ask and infer that I.
Yo, am I gonna get copy strike for? I don't know, man. What? Oh, I need to order something real quick. I'm gonna keep on playing this real quick in the background. Yeah. Also, I actually want to hear how I sound. Test. Oh, my bad. Test. Huh? Test. Test. Desktop audio. What the fuck? Test. Alright. Test. Well, it doesn't work. Alright, there we go. Alright, I gotta make sure that
I'm trying to promote violence.
I asked you what you meant by it.
First, you talked about how my tweets are inflammatory, and you're trying to say that I promote violence. Then you read those tweets out because you're inferring I'm a violent person, so that some idiot at home is going to watch this and believe that I deserve to die. And I'm telling you that I'm here. I understand you need views. I understand you need clicks. I understand you're poor. I'm not. I'm here. I don't give a shit about the views. Do not infer I said something I did not say. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I didn't, as everybody who watches this knows, so you just lied. Andrew Tate, thank you very much. Well, now, here is that extraordinary interview from early this week, as it was recorded in real time. Today's show is brought to you by Oxford Natural, makers of the Optimum Day and Optimum Night, all natural. And don't let heat dropped over £100, and the QR code first. Instead, they're codependent. A small movement can rapidly become a nationwide phenomenon. A shocking but local incident can trigger global indignation. But the root cause of it all and the motives behind it can both get lost in the noise. This summer's Raise the Colours campaign is a case in point, a big push to hoist the English flag across the country has entangled fair-minded protest and patriotism with propaganda.
patriotism. You're telling me that people in England are mad right now?
And prejudice. People are angry, but not everything they're angry about is true. The same can be said about the brutal murder of Ukrainian refugee Irina Zarutska on a train in North Carolina.
Yeesh. That's tough, not gonna lie. Damn, I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, let me see Battlefield real quick. Is it actually good? see more. Hold on.
What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as the days go by, you can just tell Call of Duty is shaking in their boots more and more and more. And now we have some more information for you guys that I think is going to absolutely blow your minds. And I'm very curious if this will be enough to kind of, change the opinions of a lot of you guys on wanting to go ahead and purchase Black Ops 7. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you stay notified on everything on this channel. I double upload here at 8 a.m. and also 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you guys want to check out my live streams, I stream Monday through Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. By all means, you can find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, as I stated, today's video is going to be about a very crucial topic, and that is skill-based matchmaking and also disbanding lobbies. But before we dive deep into that, I do have another thing to showcase to you guys that also shows the desperation of Activision to try to bring back as many fans as possible. As you can see right here from Call of Duty Wire, breaking. First look at the updated Black Ops 7 Vault Edition operator skins. And yes, indeed, they finally redid all of the Vault Edition skins. I'm going to show you a before and after comparison, and I'll be real, the after comparison looks tremendously better than the before comparison. Absolutely 1010%. You can hate on it as much as you want. I'm not saying Call of Duty is going to be back. I'm not saying they absolutely changed everything about the franchise. I'm just saying that we asked for more grounded looking skins and cosmetics, and they simply delivered. And this would have never happened, as I stated a million times before, without the assistance of Battlefield 6 being a competitor within the FPS scene. They never do this. Never. And out of the blue, they're deciding that now is the time that they have to actually, step their game up and listen to the overall community. We've been asking for grounded skins for 5 years now. Like, why won't they listen to us before? Nothing else makes sense to me besides the fact that competition is finally in the scene, and they are shivering in their frickin' boots and are nervous that if they don't step their game up, they're going to lose more people as the days go on. Now, I will say, the only one that doesn't really look like it changed that much is the robot, but I mean, the robot didn't even look bad in the first place. But all the other operators, yes, they look massively better. I gotta give them a thumb up for this one. Not 2 thumbs up. I'll just give them a singular thumb up because, honestly, they shouldn't even have to go ahead and revamp these things, This shouldn't be praised. This shouldn't...
What the fuck am I doing? Alright.
I told you guys, we cannot stoop to their level. We cannot run around and attack people. We cannot use violence. They're the ones using violence because they can't win the narrative anymore. They're on the offensive because they can no longer defend their bullshit ideology. Let that get through your guys' head. We don't need guns to get the truth out there. The guns are only there to defend this. We're winning so much that they had to go after Charlie. That loser, you know what that guy could have done? He could have walked down there, put the rifle down, held up the mic, and fought Charlie with his ideas. Knowing that he couldn't do it, what did he do? He picked up the rifle instead, and he took the coward's way out. That's why I told you guys yesterday. Why do you guys think I went on stream right away and I said, yo, violence is not the way, bro. Violence is not the way. And that's what they want. That's what they want. They want the violence. They want the civil war because the thing is then they can say, oh, look, see, I told you guys conservatives are violent. I told you guys that they're pro-gun so they can kill people. I told you guys they don't give a shit about anybody and they're racist and they're bigots and they don't respect human sovereignty or they don't respect freedom. I told you guys that's what they want to be able to do, right? So I told you guys already, we're going to win this war, not through violence, not through a gun. We're going to win it through having the truth on our side, by having facts and biology, right? Unlike these people, a lot of them don't fear God. On this side, we tend to fear. Whether you're Christian, you're Muslim, you're a person of the book, one of these monotheistic religions, hell, even if you're a cow worshiper and a Hindu, we fear God, right? And since we fear God, we understand that everything we do is being seen by God. And we know that you have to do the right thing, whether people are watching or not. These weirdo leftist atheists don't have these same parameters. You guys get that? Their God is being able to do whatever you want. Their God is freedom. Yeah, I can be, that's their God, right? And anyone that challenges that, they look at as, I need to kill this person. That's how they look at it, unfortunately. That's how they look at it.
Because they're taking away
you're challenging my ability to be a, let's go ahead and kill this guy. And Charlie was a guy that challenged that. And that's why they felt the need that they needed to kill him. That's why they showed up at Nick's house and felt the need to try to kill him. This is why people send me death threats every single day. So I agree with Nick, and I told you guys this 24 hours ago when this shit first popped off. I told you guys, we cannot stoop to their level. We cannot run around and attack people. We cannot use violence. They're the ones using violence because they can't win the narrative anymore. They're on the offensive because they can no longer defend their bullshit ideology. Let that get through your guys' head. They are on the offensive because they can no longer defend their bullshit ideologies. People are getting red pilled on this shit every single day. Right-wing media is winning. People are becoming more and more conservative every single day. People are starting to vote Republican more. Not that that matters, but you guys get my point here. People like Hassan Piker are running like scaldy dogs, constantly complaining, saying that the media is run by the right wing. Good. Good. Because common sense is starting to become common again, finally. After a decade plus of the bullshit from the Obama era, the politically correct culture, the non-acceptance of anything that was, based in reality, 99 genders, finally we're starting to wake up and realize that a lot of this stuff is a lie. You couldn't say this shit for a very long time. You really couldn't. So, yeah, guys, this is a civil war, but we're not going to resort to their level and do this shit with guns. We're going to do it with our brains. I told you guys this shit yesterday, but I'm going to say it again. The only reason you have the gun is so that you can defend this and this.
True.
We don't need guns to get the truth out there. The guns are only there to defend this. That's all it's for, just to defend yourself. We only use violence to defend ourselves. We never use violence to attack people. There's no need for guns or violence, ever. The only time you pull out your gun is to defend yourself if someone points a gun at you. That's it. We are not on the offensive from a violent perspective. They're on the offensive because they can't defend their bullshit ideology anymore. I'm going to say it again because it's so important, guys. It's really important. I know a lot of you guys are emotional. A lot of you guys like Charlie Kirk. A lot of you guys saw the tragic footage, which I'm not going to play. But, you guys can look at it yourself on X if you guys want, right? It was extremely graphic and extremely bloody. Out of respect to Charlie and his family, I'm not going to play that clip on here, but you guys have seen it. You have to exercise self-control and understand that we are going to win this war.
What now?
Take off your blindfolds. These two people used to date. They had a 4-year romantic relationship, and now they're exes. And if they spend 30 days chained together, I will give them $250,000. How long ago did you two date?
3 years ago.
She broke up with me.
You're salty.
I can't force you guys to do it, but once you clip on the handcuffs, the 30-day challenge has begun.
I told you. Dude, fuck 25,000, 200. I won't do it for $25 million, buddy. I don't care. I'm not doing that shit.
They're both handcuffed from this point forward. If either of you decide to quit by crossing this red line, I will instantly unhandcuff both of you. The video is over, but either of you wins anything. Have fun, you two.
My ex-boyfriend? Really, Jimmy?
Bro, what? What's up, dude?
Hi.
Can I give you a...
Oh, where are we?
This is your happy home for the next 30 days. This is the kitchen. You can hang out, you can work out, you have separate beds. There's a question mark door.
Can I give you a hug? Is that what you're gonna say?
Most importantly, you're probably wondering, since you two are handcuffed together, how do you use the bathroom?
Oh, no.
Someone go in the bathroom?
Stop it. I have to shower with this on?
Yeah, if you take it off at any point, the video's over. Slide the handcuffs in there.
Wait, you guys are cool.
Boom. Hey, she needs more slack.
But what if she has to use the toilet?
Hey! Wait, I can't believe I'm in the same room as you right now.
Yeah, and you're kind of stuck with me?
Yeah.
Wait, am I stuck with you?
Oh, gosh.
Actually, Susie has been through this kind of challenge before. You see, she lasted 100 days in a room with a complete stranger. But this time, she's trapped with someone she knows a little too well.
One thing to decide, do we even want to be eating together?
I don't know.
Okay, Josh is showering right now, so I feel like it's time to get my honest thoughts out there. I'm nervous for this challenge. We dated 4 years, we're broken up for 3, and now we're locked together in a box. At some point, someone's gonna have to start saying something.
I think they don't like hate each other, though. It's kind of whatever, no?
Ay, ay, ay. Jeez.
Sorry.
Well, you might as well leave it on now.
It's the morning of day 2, and our exes are still trying to find their own rhythm.
You fed me. That equals happy woman.
But with this 60-foot chain, they can live their own separate lives. And that's exactly what they're choosing to do.
I was picturing like if we were actually chained close together, and I was feeling a little scared.
Are you scared to be close to me?
She really should be, because this chain will shrink, and these two exes will be forced to confront each other.
Get me out of here.
You make me want to die.
But for now, just living together is proving to be pretty difficult.
You get wet?
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry.
With the disgusting pan grease all over me.
Sorry.
On that note, I'm gonna go lock myself away in the shower.
Here's the deal. I've been pretty rough on her today. She deserves it. You broke up with me.
I feel like we should talk about our problems eventually.
I want to acclimate a little bit more before just yapping.
It's been a few days since we've seen Jimmy in here. I'm ready for some action. Right now,
Something? Let me say something. I don't know what to
This
say.
is
It's
the
like,
vibe. Silence.
I feel like this chain's too long. I don't really see the point with a chain this long. It doesn't. They can really avoid each other with that.
At all times.
Things are so bad between them. I wonder if a shorter chain would bring them closer together or tear them apart. It's day 5 and time for the first offer. Happy day 5. Wait, why are you guys on opposite sides of the room?
Because we can be.
Well, come on over. You're coming up on a week. How's it been?
It's just like, I'm getting kind of used to her being here.
It's hard to even like really talk about things. Ugh.
Yeah.
To celebrate 5 days of being chained together, you're being served a very special offer. Your chain is about to shrink no matter what.
Bro.
Offer number 1 is a 50-foot chain, 10 feet shorter than what you currently have.
Okay.
Offer number 2 is a 30-foot chain. Your current chain cut in half, and if you choose this one, we will add $25,000 to your prize pool. If you guys want to make $25,000 while sitting around in here, then you would choose this 30-foot chain.
No, that's
Sure, that's
so
fine, that's whatever.
short.
If you choose this chain, you'll have to live a lot closer to each other.
I mean, I was around you for 4 years for free. I mean, I can be a little closer for
That's crazy.
an extra 10K.
Do you want your chain cut in half?
I'm saying yes.
I'm with it. Let's do it.
Okay.
I mean, true.
Nolan, let's cut the chain in half.
Oh gosh.
Their chain has officially been cut in half. Good luck to the two of you.
Cheers. I'm not regretful of taking more money.
Well, we still have 25 days, but we also haven't really figured out that this is shorter yet. Like, we haven't bumped into the issue of it being too short yet.
It'll probably happen in a very short amount of time.
Oh!
Like right now. Not even 24 hours into the chain being half the length, we are already having problems. Even right now, Josh is showering while I'm sitting at the table. I would love to be on my bed right now, but the chain doesn't reach the bed anymore. At 4 a.m., got woken up by Josh to go to the bathroom.
I need to go to the bathroom.
The chain being shorter is very uncomfortable.
That's annoying.
Oh my God. 6 feet distance at all times, please. Ew! You just got your sweat all over my forehead.
Hey,
What sweat?
I'm Josh, I'm immature. My name
Why not just move the beds next to the bathroom then?
Susie. You're looking pretty gross.
Thanks.
D-bag.
I think this challenge might be easier if it was with a stranger. I know you're working on it. I know you're trying your absolute best, but you're absolutely insane.
You're being disrespectful to me.
It's not disrespectful.
You're being mean.
This morning, I started with a comment, and then we kept having an issue about it.
To be real, the problem with the comment was that you're like making fun of me in hopes
Okay,
that
no shot
people
then.
would join in to also point fun at me.
Bro, you're actually delusional.
Bro, 4 years together and then some comment like that is makes an argument. I mean, bruh.
She's actually crying. What?
Susie in the psych ward.
Look at the TV. What TV? What about it?
I really don't know how I'm gonna feel about you at the end of this.
It's been an absolute fiasco. I feel like she escalates it when it's like, no, just a comment. I'm not hating on you.
You know what's crazy?
You?
Come on.
Let's see if we go one day without Josh pissing me off.
Pardon?
You keep saying things to embarrass me, and I don't appreciate it.
It's literally a joke.
No, that's so embarrassing to do to another person when who knows how many people are watching
Oh,
us.
like, that's disrespectful thing has turned it into a bit.
I'm not thinking in bits right now. I'm thinking in how I feel I'm being treated.
Everything's about you.
It's not.
You're the star, and I'm the accessory.
It's not all about me at all. We're equal partners.
Josh is the one who did it. Josh pissed me off. It's Josh's fault.
Because I feel like you're saying things that make me want to die.
Whoa.
I apologize. It's totally understandable. But the only way that we're gonna kill that now is to let that be yesterday. I want to make it 30 days and be done.
Holy
I'm
inspirational.
certain that you do as well.
Yeah.
This is more rough than I thought it was gonna be. We're not gonna survive this if it keeps going like today did.
The
But I
vibe
think we
is
should
just.
try.
Absolutely, I think
Yo,
we should
it's
try.
not dramatic or whatever. The vibe is just like I don't even understand it. It's like some vibe that's impossible to even understand it. It's like what it's
We're
like,
just in here to survive, win money, and then never speak again.
Fresh start.
Okay, I'm not trying to be rude to the video. I think that's because, hold on, we're almost getting into uncanny because it's half real, half fabricated, so that they're trying to push it with because to make it funny with the script or whatever, but they also kind of feel that whatever, and it comes across as like some weird, we don't know, like, mix.
Sure.
And though they agreed to get along for the sake of the challenge, I wanted to see just how committed they were on the next check-in day. It's day 10. Yeah. To celebrate, we're going to
Oh no.
shrink your chain by 10 feet. Woohoo!
Yay.
For free.
Oh.
But before we do that, obviously, shortening the chain last time led to some personal space issues. And because in the future days, the two of you will have an opportunity to make a lot of money in exchange for shrinking your chain, for one time only, I'm gonna unbolt the furniture. Let you guys move it around and then bolt it back
That's
down
what I
permanently.
said.
Oh.
But first, let's update your chain.
Can't wait.
And to help move things around,
All right.
here's your expert crew.
All right.
Chat, you get it, chat? Here's your expert
You have
crew.
until midnight
You
tonight
get it?
to move whatever you want around.
Should we get to it?
After putting the boys to work, Susie and Josh moved all the furniture within each area closer to each other, with an emphasis on one area in particular.
This is our bathroom and our bed.
What we have tonight is what we will have for 20 more days.
It's survivable.
And to sweeten the deal, I gave them one more surprise.
Susie, Josh, Chandler, we got a fridge full of our brand new Feastables.
No!
Let's go!
Sorry guys, this is our first time revealing our chocolate milk.
Oh! Cheers.
Kinda good?
That's good.
It's also made with real whole milk and loaded with vitamins A, D, and potassium.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
It tastes amazing. Go find Feastables chocolate milk at
the fuck
Walmart,
kind of ad
7-Eleven,
is
and
this?
Speedway locations nationwide.
This is the best
W ad. That's actually W ad.
part of the whole challenge.
No, Williams doesn't like it. The click says it's good.
Even though the chain got shorter, moving the furniture put Josh and Susie in a better mood.
I
The
know,
chain
but-
shrunk 10 feet, and so far today, we haven't had any problems with it. Is there anything you're concerned about?
Being too close.
Though their fighting continued, the chain was actually starting to bring them closer. And over time, they were becoming friends again.
We're super bored today, and we've eaten a lot of lunchly, so we're gonna put it up on the wall in a heart shape. And now I present to you the first lunchly heart in the
out of here.
world. Josh wanted to lay down and journal at the same time as I wanted to walk on the treadmill. This is our compromise. Thank you, Josh.
We should be working together to get out of here.
Yeah, we have to get through everything.
Yeah.
Friends.
Friends.
But now that they were finally getting along, Josh couldn't help but wonder why they didn't work out in the first place.
Hey, Susie, can we talk?
Oh, please. Come on, bro.
We didn't have a bad breakup. You wanted to go do other things that didn't line up with what I was doing.
Like, a reoccurring thing in the past was I felt as if I had to be.
So why not get two people that had like a
So basically, after 2 weeks, they started like actually
an
giving out their
explosive
emotions.
breakup that are both broke as fuck, so they really don't want to do it, but the money's so good that they'll do it. This is too easy. It's too easy.
airing with you
doesn't
what
strike
I
me
wanted
as
all the time.
that type of
Honestly,
script,
I
then.
think if I were to entertain something again, I would need to feel that it's like very different than before.
What did you do after we broke up?
Yeah, because it said
Bawling
no.
my eyes out because I was so alone.
Well, they weren't broken up then.
What did you do when we broke up?
I started crying, like not following you, but never forgetting your Instagram handle, searching it up every other.
That's
week.
terrible.
It was weird, like watching your life in third person after being
Bro, I can't. Don't do that.
a part of it for so long. It felt like my
Damn.
heart split in two.
No cry.
Bruh.
I was so madly in love with you when I broke up with you.
He probably already has a new girl.
Very interesting.
I didn't want to break up. I never wanted to do that.
Oh, come on, bro.
I don't think I ever like fully stopped loving you. So what do we do?
I feel like this challenge is allowing me to see Josh in a whole new light.
It has been eye-opening. The only problem is what happens in this room is not a good representation of what life is in the real world.
Even though Josh and Susie were
True.
making breakthroughs in their relationship,
True.
this was still a 30-day challenge. And the isolation from the outside world was starting to get to Josh.
Literally gave up my entire life outside of here to be here. And it's just now really setting in. Bro, I haven't been outside in 2 weeks. My whole life is outside.
If I had to pay to get outside access, I would not do that.
Yo, Mr. Beast is not saving anybody's relationship. Bro, some of this shit is just not savable, buddy. Like, it's okay to move away from people and go in separate directions. It is what it is. Like,
Basically.
it's a step backwards to, like, do all
I feel
that.
well, mentally.
If
And
yourself,
that's why
I mean,
on day 15,
that's not true.
we had the perfect
true.
solution to their biggest
Oh,
problem.
chilling.
Day 15, we wanted to offer you guys an outdoor space.
I'm giving you the chance to unlock the outdoors and double your space. That means full access to the entire yard whenever you want. But here's the catch.
If you guys want to keep this outdoor area, you're gonna have to switch to a 10-foot chain. I've been missing the outside. We might have a better view.
But the reality though is that it's 30 days. See, there's a couple incidents, whatever, right? They're like half fake. Dude, I don't think you understand it. Like, you get to people that actually are like mad at each other beforehand. 30 days, there's so much footage. You don't even have to fake anything. You probably get like a fucking 300 incidents, whatever. It is what it is.
Like the
you get 300.
or even
You can just get-
sunrise.
Yeah, but I don't think
The
that's
best
worth
one was
losing
like-
half our chain.
You get a
If
bunch
we
of
take
shit.
this offer, just getting to go outside, we're always this close. We shouldn't do it, and we can easily sacrifice not having sunlight.
I just don't want it to be a missed opportunity further down the line. I'm very tempted to take this.
10 feet halfway through, though, means who knows how much wiggle room we'll have, though.
You guys have time to talk about it. Are you taking the day 15 offer?
No.
Yeah, no.
All right, well, go back inside.
We're just gonna enjoy for one more minute.
Yeah, there's a 10-second timer.
Yo, shut up. I'm in.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you in a few days.
All right, do you feel regretful now that we jumped
Apparently they
inside?
never broke up. I don't
I
believe
don't know.
that.
I do miss the outside.
Turning down the day 15 offer really took a toll on Josh. And the next day,
That
the thought
conspiracy?
of going outside was still eating at him.
It's a little bit depressing today.
You just woke up.
Thinking it was mystery door and not, having nothing change about our daily life. This is the longest month of my life. And a day that we were expecting something big to happen, nothing happened. Why has today felt so long?
Well, hopefully the mystery door, whatever it is, it's something good.
How will you even prove that they broke up? Bro, you just get like relatives and people around them, whatever. You just get like, bro, you could look at the social media and shit like that and have a pretty easy read on it.
Any new thoughts on
It
what's
wouldn't be
in
hard
there?
if they
Oh my
really
gosh,
get a read
there's
on it.
Teslas back there. That'd be crazy.
Here's the thing. This isn't the first time Susie has faced a mystery challenge. In a previous video, she turned down a mystery box that had $50,000 in her favorite car, a Tesla, and it crushed her.
Oh, I want to cry. That's literally my dream. They got us Teslas! If it's a Tesla behind those doors, we have to take it just for my redemption arc. Come on.
But for Josh, the excitement of the mystery door
Look at
still
Ben
wasn't
switching.
enough to bring him out of his funk.
Feeling like I'm going crazy.
Violence, bro.
It's like, get me home.
What was the book?
Violence, bro.
The fuck is that?
It's like, get me home.
Josh was having a hard time today, and sometimes you have to be the one to continue pulling your partner along when they're having a bad day. So Josh is still sleeping, but I decided to make him breakfast this morning because Josh was just feeling really down.
Really?
Oh. You made a heart out of bacon and eggs?
Yeah.
Wow. Heart?
Mm-hmm.
That looks fucking
Friendship?
awful.
Friendship.
Part of me is wondering what that meant. I'm trying to figure that out. Like, you don't just make someone breakfast in bed.
Josh
Bruh.
was so confused and desperate to understand Susie's
I need
gesture.
better, my
that
eggs
he
are
did
crazy.
something so drastic.
He wants to nut.
So unthinkable. I mean, the one thing that he hated the most in the world.
I guess I'm gonna have to read A Man's Guide to Women. When it comes to the intricate dance that men and women do when they are attracted to each other, the women are in control. Their actions were often subtle, all were definitive signals that a woman was interested.
What?
Thing that he hated the most in the world.
I guess I'm gonna have to read A Man's Guide to Women. When it comes to the intricate dance that men and women do when they are attracted to each other, the women are in control. Their actions were often subtle, all were definitive signals that a woman was interested and approachable.
While Josh was wondering what was behind Susie's act of kindness, Susie was wondering what was behind the mystery door.
I can't see anything. What if it's a little
I think if you need a book to know what to do, you're doing it all wrong. This
Basically,
is my theory. Maybe
just
I'm
done.
wrong.
You're done.
On all psychological levels. I feel like the more you do this shit, the further away you go.
See?
Because it's
Maybe
all,
we should
you
make
become
Jimmy some
mechanical,
banana
you become a robot, you become a, I see
job.
scenario A, I think,
Thanks.
I do B. It's like, okay.
Thanks.
On his dick.
Bye.
What? Can't wait for the chapter of my Men's Guide to Women to explain what that was. The book says, if she wants you, these are the signals. Direct eye contact, a smile, repeatedly glancing at you. Here's my guess.
No fucking way.
She likes me.
Bro, you guys are together in one place, so it makes
Is that
sense.
the ring from me?
Yeah,
You still wear it?
every once in a while.
I never was able to throw away a single thing from our relationship.
One thing in particular I had to sell.
What do you mean?
The night before we leave here is when I'll tell you. I don't think I ever told her. I was too scared.
He kept most of the stuff from when we dated, except something that he's been holding from me this whole time.
Let's just say there's a big reason it's a secret.
I gotta say, I'm dying to know that secret. If there's anything keeping me here till the end of this challenge, it's
have
that
sex
information.
It's day 20 and it's time to spice things up a little bit.
Yo, I don't throw anything away, but I don't organize shit, and I move a lot, so everything becomes lost. You know, everything I have in the world is at the same time I have it and I lost it, and it's just what it is.
Happy day 20. How's it going? In front of you
Okay, ask
are
me for
5
something-
ways you can open
an
this
item
mystery
that-
door.
Any item in my life, I
Now
don't
here's
know
the
what's
thing.
at.
I'll be going from right to left, revealing an offer under each platter. If you say yes to an offer, whatever's behind the mystery door is yours. If you say no, only then does the next offer get revealed. Just remember, you might be saying no to the best deal on the table.
Oh, that's messed up.
Option number 1, you pay $50,000.
They hope that I take this one because I'm all nervous. What do you think?
I think we say no to this.
Okay.
Offer number 2,
Why would they
Dang.
strategize?
$1,000 out of your prize pool.
Ah, it's probably the last platter that's better.
I think we get rid of this again.
The third offer. Ooh, minus 25 grand, and your chain goes to 5 feet. This is how close you'll be. You still have 10 days left in this challenge.
Oh, God.
If they say no, they only have 2 offers left.
Oh,
Why
this
don't you
is
just get
hard.
that?
If they say yes, they will win whatever's behind that question mark. Before you make a decision, do you remember the last video you were in where you said no to the mystery box? In a Tesla.
Yep.
On paper, you just lose the first increment, which is only 10 feet of cord or whatever. Who cares at this point? Now you go back to the main prize pool and you get possibly something good.
What do you think is behind that door?
I have no idea.
I can't see anything.
Put your head on the ground.
What if it's a little Tessie?
I just want to see the door.
On paper.
Let's take this. For you.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll take this one.
All right, they've
Fair enough.
officially accepted the offer. My next offer was minus 25 grand, but your chain stays the same length. The final offer,
Free. It's okay.
they shrunk their chain to 5 feet. They paid 25 grand.
What if they put 2 Teslas? Teslas.
You both won brand new Teslas.
Interesting. Yeah.
Go on in.
it's just a card, but I'm actually so grateful.
No, this is a $40,000 card.
Can I give you a
Of
hug?
course. Oh, watch out for Josh.
It's like a redemption arc. I'm so
Very cool.
excited!
She's excited, I'm excited. Because we just launched our brand new creation from Feastables, Sour Strike Gummies.
I literally can't believe this.
Absolutely insane.
They have no artificial dyes or sweeteners, just clean, high-quality ingredients.
Crazy. I literally feel like I'm in a...
Chat, no disrespect, chat, I would be impressed if this was any good. Chat, I'm a big candy fan reviewer. I love candies. And no sweetener bullshit things, especially sour. It's disgusting. It's so fucking dull. I cannot.
Sour Strike Gummies
Bro,
are now available at Target,
it's
7-Eleven,
so bad.
and Speedway locations nationwide.
Okay. I'd like to have a
These
crate of this.
Teslas
I'll give it a
do
shot.
come at a cost. Let's see how the bathroom works now that their chain is only 5 feet.
All right.
All right, go to the
I
shower.
can't have an there's nothing that I got here.
This chain can't get shorter.
Oh, it can.
Okay, but if somebody's taking a massive, like, shit, I mean, you're gonna smell it through that. It's disgusting, no?
We made you a Feastables banana bread.
That actually looks good. I think the best way to wash this down is with some Feastables chocolate milk, now available at all these retailers you see on screen. It tastes phenomenal, has 13 grams of protein. It's in stores now. Go try the new Feastables chocolate milk. I'll see you in 5 days to shrink your chain again.
Great.
Wow, can't wait.
I look forward to it.
Oh.
See you guys.
Good morning.
Okay, gentle movements.
I can't even wash my hands.
And Susie and I have discovered the fun reality that a 5-foot chain sucks.
This chain is really annoying. I can't even bring my hand up.
Yeah, it's pissing me off.
Oh. Yeah, right, you're gonna sit down. This 5-foot chain does not allow us to do 2 different tasks at the same time. This is gonna get old real fast.
What up? So why didn't they just put all the stuff next to one another? Just all the amenities, just like,
Bro,
It doesn't reach in the shower.
just stack it all together.
And that's my new reality.
As he patiently waited outside the
No,
bathroom,
it's bolted now, but they could move it
back to
once
the book,
before.
Be a gentleman. Pull out her chair.
which inspired a change in his behavior throughout the day.
Open doors. Put the woman at the center of any conversation.
What's the name of your car right now?
It's Susie. Briefly touch her forearm when you ask her to dance. Ask open-ended questions. What the heck are we gonna do when we get out of here?
I don't know. We're gonna want to just be handcuffed again.
Dude.
But it was the final.
If you've dated somebody for 4 years, you don't have to do any, you can skip all of that. I don't even know why, like, what is this script anyway?
Final chapter that
Like,
focused on
what?
their key issue.
You don't plan a date that makes her feel special and important. That's where I completely screwed my
They
entire
know you
relationship.
in and
I
out.
had to
Like,
be sharing with you the smallest of expectations. Like, we haven't gone on a date in 3 months.
I didn't continue planning dates that made her feel special and important, and I didn't pay attention to what she wanted. I think she wants a date.
So when Josh asked to speak to a producer in private about a date, I knew I had to make it happen.
Aww, you do look handsome.
Yeah, you look really beautiful.
Thanks.
We got candles. We got real candles.
You did good, I gotta admit. Aw, this is so nice.
Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Bro, what the fuck?
I kind of like this, like being on a date. We are emotionally getting closer again.
It's true.
I think it's scary because how it ended the first time.
I think this is a step in the right direction, though. Can I take you on a real date when we leave?
Like outside of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to go on an actual date.
Okay. Want to cheers with our Feastables chocolate milk?
Cheers.
To our Mr. Beast date.
Yes.
This has been a good time to reconcile.
Like, is there makeup anywhere?
Kind of figure out the other person again. No.
Hi.
Hi.
The idea of him intrigues.
Time to reconcile.
Like, is there makeup anywhere?
Kind of figure out the other person again. No.
Hi.
Hi.
The idea of him intrigues me.
I can't
I'm glad
watch.
to just have a date
I'm
for the first time in 3 years.
It was probably one of the most fun days that we've had in here.
Perfect end to our date. I'm feeling real nervous because I don't know what is gonna come next.
It's day 25.
Oh, gosh.
We're about to fundamentally change this entire video, and the change is under this platter.
Yeah, I hate this. My heart
Yo,
is.
at this point, yo, if it's gonna be a little bit scripted and a little bit synthetic, whatever, at this point, just fucking troll the whole thing. Like go for a kiss, knowing that she's gonna do it, and then after that, make the whole thing awkward and shit. And yo, at least spice it up at this point. I mean, fuck it.
That's all you.
I brought each of you the keys to your handcuffs. Up until this point, unhandcuffing yourself meant you would both lose. And if at any point between now and the end of the video, you take your handcuff off, you actually get all... $250,000 and both Teslas.
What?
Grab your key. Grab your key. If you take your handcuff off, you get everything. And the other person gets $0.
Are you gonna do it? I'm actually scared now. I'm gonna always be on edge.
I thought I was gonna be like a foot away from you.
Oh, and on top of this, every single day going forward,
Chat.
we are shrinking your
Chat,
chin by a
how many
foot.
times did I say this, chat? Chat, how many times did I say this? Game theory says, always do it. It is what it is. Always go for it.
On day 30, you two will be...
Always, that's what game theory says. I don't make the rules here.
But you don't have to do that, because now you can take the handcuffs off at any point.
That's crazy.
This is wild, actually.
You probably want to know what's truly going on in his mind. And you probably want to know what's truly going on in her mind. Bring in the lie detector!
Are you kidding me?
Nope. She is a real polygraph examiner.
Hey, I know her.
You might be taking the handcuffs off. This is where the video gets fun. Josh, you are up first in the hot seat. We combed through your vlog footage and crafted questions that will really help her decide if she should stick it out in this video or leave today. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Have you ever doubted my loyalty to you?
Yes.
No.
Even though she broke up with you?
No.
True. Wow.
He really trusts you.
Whoa.
Right.
Okay.
Brace yourself.
Yeah, right.
Since being here, have you thought you might be better off single?
No.
No?
No.
What?
Really?
Oh, right.
We're not giving you that one, buddy.
That's literally a Mount Everest on the graph.
So it's a lie?
It is a lie.
Oh, okay.
Let's keep going. The questions get better as we go.
Would you steal the entire $250,000?
Only would you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you reacted a little bit to that one. You want to think about that one?
Well, the format of the question sucks, though.
We just need a yes or no.
No.
Is he telling the truth?
I wouldn't give it to him completely, no.
Damn.
If there were no hard feelings?
Of course there'd be hard feelings.
Does that make you want to take your chain off?
It makes me question it more.
How do you feel now that you got some hard-hitting answers?
Maybe a little bit scared.
But then it was Josh's turn to ask Susie some questions. Josh, Are you ready?
I'm ready. Have you hidden something from me you knew would hurt me?
Yo, this is like the
Yeah. True. If he knew, like, how close I got with someone else while we were not together.
Bro.
Okay.
Bro.
It's something to talk about.
I get a vibe you don't want to talk about it now.
Nope.
Okay. Next question.
Chad, it's like a TV show, Chad. Do you remember, Chad, the game show, what was it called? It was Something Truth or whatever. And then the people would like, they would say the answer and it's like, okay, this is kind of weird, but we'll let it pass. And they would go on and they'd explain and they make it worse and worse. And like, dude, you don't have to make it worse. Like, you don't have to.
Do you believe that I hold you
Moment
back
of truth.
in any way?
Yes.
You
Do
don't
you
have
believe
to.
that I hold you
Moment
back
of truth.
in any way?
Yes.
True.
The future outside of here, it's just hard to tell.
Okay.
It's hard to see that fully in this moment.
In your perfect future, am I in it?
Yes.
That's cap. That's cap.
True.
Oh, that's sad.
It's funny how
Then
the
that's
answers don't
sad.
coincide.
Then that's sad. Then.
Perfect future, I'm in it, yet I still hold you back. So your perfect future, I'm holding you back?
I feel like you'd have to show me how it is to, date again and what that would look like.
We're getting
I'm a
some
hater, I'm a
interesting
hater.
answers over here. You have her hooked up. Anything you want to know about her?
Are you gonna unchain yourself?
No.
See, that's a good question.
True.
Did you stop loving me?
No.
Okay, hold on. They should have made the challenge. So whoever chooses, right, yoinks all the money. But they still have to finish a challenge chained together. Too easy. This is free content. It's free content.
True.
Oh, Josh is taking full advantage of this moment.
Boom.
All right, maybe we unhook her. Josh is going crazy. All right, now you guys have a lot of things you need to discuss.
Oh, gosh.
I'll see you tomorrow to shrink the chain.
The lie detector was pretty crazy.
I think the one that I was like, what, was the one that you said yes to with taking the money.
I mean, it's just an honest thing. Like, Susie already won like 200 grand.
So what? I'm
It
still
was a
in here
thought.
putting
no,
the
I know.
same amount.
No, I know. It's just a thought. Like, take it. Let's get out of here quicker. Today, we were given a gift. I could literally leave this room with all the money. She broke up with me in the first place. That'd be the perfect revenge story.
Hi, day 26.
Bro.
Hi. 4-foot chain.
4-foot chain. We actually have another surprise for you.
Oh.
Oh God, do it, pussy.
Wow. What is this?
You don't have to make it like a villain story like that. You could just say, it's just, bro, it's a game show, man.
Say how you really
like, I'm thinking of
feel,
money.
and the other person will not be able to hear you. Josh, let's have you go first.
Oh, all right. Should I pull the chain?
Bro. Josh. Okay.
After last night, Susie, how are you feeling?
It was tough in a way. When he said that he would take the money, if he had hard feelings about the relationship and the whole breakup still, maybe he wants revenge in some way.
Something else that I've been thinking about has been the option to take my cup off right now.
He was quick to say, yeah, he would take it.
Like this.
As if he deserves it more or something.
All right, Susie, your turn.
Bye.
Bye. Bye forever.
We are only a few days out from the end of this challenge, and Josh still
Now
hasn't
remove
told
it
me
and
this
run away.
big secret that he's been talking about.
You don't plan on walking out of here with 250 grand.
It's a good question.
Josh might literally steal the entire $250,000 prize pool. Well, if he does, Current would be the perfect place to deposit all of that money.
I could live without working for 2 years, 3 years.
Nolan, would you like the ability to get up to $750 from your next paycheck in advance?
Yes.
Then you should download Current. Do you want help building your credit score?
Yes.
Then you should download Current.
I'm downloading there, Jimmy.
What?
You use this QR code or the link in the description, current.com/beast, and download Current right now. I will personally deposit $1 to your banking account.
I wish I could just keep doing that.
I've already given away hundreds of thousands. #1 bank, and you guys didn't have to spend 30 days in a room. So download Current right now. There's never been a better time. I'll send you $1 right now.
Why would you
Download
not
Current,
work
and I
it?
will pay you to do it. It's the best place for your paycheck.
All right, guys, we're going to leave this box in here for a little bit of privacy while we're gone.
Bye.
All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Oh, right.
The short chain was clearly getting to them, as both of them had a lot on their mind.
I'm really trying to be patient. Suzanne, you're slow, and it pisses me off sometimes.
I am a little bit annoyed right now. Josh keeps making me do the activity he wants to do by literally picking me up and dragging me there.
This isn't very nice.
Good morning!
I am a little bit annoyed right now. Josh keeps making me do the activity he wants to do by literally picking me up and dragging me there.
This isn't very nice.
Good morning! Day 27, from 4 feet
To 3 feet.
to 3 feet.
The fact that I can't do anything in here without Josh literally hovering over me at all times is driving me crazy. Oh my
She
God.
is not gonna click the
Josh,
button.
Stop that. Josh, let me out. Why are we in the kitchen?
Are you done?
I am now. This
I
man.
need water.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry. I just needed something to drink.
So annoying, bro.
Day 28!
Oh, that's so short. Let me tell you right now, this 2 feet is tough to deal with.
The little bump in the kitchen used to be, oh, sorry, my bad. And now it's like every single little bump. It makes me want
What
to
is
I just
going
want
with
to
this
get
chat,
out.
man?
That has nothing to do with what we're saying.
I could just leave.
Josh today randomly brought up this thing where he said, oh, I can just leave at any time. He kind of made me a little concerned that he was just gonna walk out at any point.
24 hours remain! How you
Let's
doing?
go! Yay!
What's life been like with the short chain?
Pretty rough.
Yeah, sleep was awful last night.
Before we shrink down to a foot, Josh, I don't know if this is the
A
time
foot?
to tell
Really,
Susie
bro?
if there's
Really,
something
bro?
you want to bring up.
One thing in particular I had to sew.
Tell me.
Okay, so the last 8 months of us dating,
Okay.
I was saving for an engagement ring
Love you,
that I ended
Papa.
up buying. But my plan was on your family vacation, I was gonna propose under the waterfall.
Are you serious?
And we broke up before that happened.
That makes me want to cry.
When we broke up, I sold the ring and I bought a motorcycle.
Oh God, let's go.
I actually don't know what to say.
One
You
in
had
Bay's
an
End, I mean, what?
engagement ring for me?
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's okay.
Well, he got a motorcycle out of it.
I got a motorcycle out of it, exactly.
I mean, it's basically, I mean, what?
This is a 1 foot chain. And
Oh,
lastly,
let's go.
this is exactly how much time you have left. Well, have fun.
Bye. It has been a day today. I finally found out the secret from Josh. It was that he had an engagement ring sitting there waiting for me at home. Now I know that his heart was in the right place the whole time. I do see that
bruh.
future with Josh again. All right, let's sleep by the money tonight, shall we? Wow, nice.
12 hours and 43 minutes. How's that make you feel?
I think overall the experience has been amazing.
I'm
I'll be sad as well.
more so dying to get out of here.
I am scared for the next 24.
More so dying to get out of here.
I am scared for the next 24 hours. On the lie detector, he asked me if I would take my cuff off early, and I said no. True. But I never got that true answer from him. So I have been scared the last few days that he might actually take his cuff off.
Am I going to take my cuff off? Well, it is a lot of money. $250,000 would be more so life-changing than, say, half of that. When we broke up for a very long
I mean,
time, I felt very...
It's more of making a pros and cons though of like the decision. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you do it?
Just an alone. I think it'd be fair for me to take the money from her.
We have the best view in the world tonight. Our countdown clock. So if we get a full 12 hours of sleep, we'll wake up with 17 minutes until Jimmy arrives.
You know what I've been thinking about?
What?
Remember, like, 3 years ago when you broke up with me?
Yes.
And we, like, didn't talk for 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
Because I could literally just take all the money and then we wouldn't talk ever again.
Dude, who said?
Bro.
I'm just saying. 3 seconds on the clock.
It's so
Josh
dumb, man.
unchains himself before the
That
time
is
runs
literally
out,
the
he
worst
wants
thing to say in
entire
this particular game, man.
$250,000 and both the Teslas. 10 minutes left on the timer. Let's see if someone steals everything. How's it going?
Oh God, I'm nervous. It's actually time.
Yeah.
It's fake.
Susie, this could be your 125 grand. Josh, that could be your 125 grand. Unless one of you takes the handcuffs off. And just a reminder, this is what you said during the lie detector.
Do you believe that I hold you back in any way?
Yes.
True.
Would you steal the entire $250,000?
I don't think so.
You reacted a little bit to that one.
A minute and 12 seconds.
Well, I mean, no,
This is your
they
last
asked
chance
would
to steal the money.
Are you going to?
It's the ultimate revenge.
Oh my gosh, is Josh playing the long game here?
Stop. Are you going to?
16 seconds, you sure?
Nah, he deserves half of it.
I might deserve all of it.
Whoa!
8.
Josh!
Is there anything you'd want to say to Susie for when this video airs?
I never fully stopped loving you after we broke up, and I carried that with me everywhere I went. There was so much love left over for her in my heart that I couldn't move on and allow myself to love someone else. Can I take you on a real date?
Oh my
Lily?
God, brother, man.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a date.
Okay.
He's messing. That looks like a guy who's messing. 3, 2, 1, time is up! All right.
Really?
I don't need that thing anymore. You are now free.
Oh my God!
Nobody's gonna take the money?
Here's your $125,000. Susie, Josh, what's next for the two of you?
Yo,
I don't know.
if you're not willing to risk it for the whole biscuit, then you deserve nothing. You deserve $0. You don't deserve to have any prize money if you're not willing to take what is yours, buddy. How hard is it to understand it?
Whoa, whoa!
Fuck, man, I hate this shit. Fuck, Jimmy. Shit's trash. This shit is trash, Jimmy.
Okay, looks like they're happy now. I hope you guys enjoyed and subscribe.
It's trash. After fucking 2 years, bro.
Dude, better video. Go for a kiss, make it awkward. If it works, cool. Fake love bullshit. Then take the cuff off when they're asleep. They wake up, boom, kissless, moneyless. Too easy. And then we get views, we get content, we get fun, all that shit. Now we get nothing. Now we're empty-handed. We're left holding the bag. It's shit's trash.
What?
Take off your blindfolds. These two people used to date. They had a 4-year romantic relationship, and now they're exes. And if they spend 30 days chained together, I will give them $250.
Oh, there it is. Bomba.
In 2019, I was in Germany, and Andrew Tate bought me tickets to fly to Romania to go discuss business and then to fly back to Canada. I basically said yes to opportunities, and I didn't see a reason to not go talk to a millionaire about how he made money. So anyway, I went there. I met Andrew, and I met his brother Tristan. Like, they were nice to me. We had a fun time. The reason that there's a rumor online that we hooked up or we slept together or something, that didn't happen. I've told people that numerous times. He drove me around in his Bugatti and we saw castles. He was a very, very, very smart person. And I remember telling him, you kind of remind me of a human shark. I don't know like what it was, but I was like, it's interesting. I don't know if it's your eyes or something, but you kind of remind me of a human shark. And then I flew home. So that's the story on my end. People have been bothering me on Twitter for like 2 years because of pictures of us smoking cigars or having a vodka or something, because I did. And it was fun. But that's it. That's the story on my end. In 2019, I was in Germany, and Andrew Tate bought me tickets to fly to Romania to go discuss business and then to fly back to Canada. I basically said yes to opportunities, and I didn't see a reason to not go talk to a millionaire about how he made money. So anyway, I went there. I met Andrew, and I met his brother Tristan. Like, they were nice to me. We had a fun time. The reason that there's a rumor.
Bomba clan. Yeah, hold on, yeah, fuck it.
It's one of the simplest yet most powerful things ever spoken on the internet. 6-7. That's it. 2 words, 2 syllables. Nothing complex or deep. But somehow, this tiny moment where a random kid shouted 6-7 turned into one of the biggest internet memes of 2025. Who is this kid? And why did this catch on? How did 6-7 go from a song lyric to a LaMelo Ball edit to a phrase shouted in classrooms all over the country? Today, we're diving into the story of the 6-7 kid, Mason, and how he, with one clip, managed to ruin the internet. But before we get into this, like and subscribe, because I'm trying to reach 10k subs before the end of the year, and your sub means a lot more than you might expect. So, let's start with the star himself, Mason. Simply known online as the 6'7" kid. He wasn't famous, he wasn't chasing clout, he was just another kid at the AAU basketball game hanging out with his friends. And he shouted something so random that it became a cultural phenomenon. That's what makes it so good. Mason didn't plan to go viral. He didn't set up cameras or rehearse lines. He just yelled 6'7" and shook his hands. And the internet took it from there. The origin of the meme traces back to Skrilla's track Doot Doot 6'7". In the song, the phrase 6'7" gets repeated over and over like a chant. The lyric itself doesn't mean anything, but it's exactly why it stuck. It became popular on TikTok edits, especially with the NBA highlights. Fans love to pair the chant with LaMelo Ball clips, since of course, LaMelo is exactly 6 feet 7 inches tall. So the sound was already floating around. But then, Mason stepped in and gave it a face. He yelled 6'7" at the AAU event, and it was like lightning struck. The internet suddenly had the character it needed to attach the sound. He wasn't just some random lyric anymore. He was the embodiment of it. The moment this was uploaded on Cam Wilder's channel during one of his AAU team vlogs, at first it was just background noise and just a kid goofing around. But TikTok got ahead of it, and the rest of it is history.
What the fuck?
Edits began flying everywhere. Mason's voice layered over highlight reels, Mason's face plastered onto NBA stars, Mason's shout turned into a call sign for one of the weirdest and funniest memes on the internet of this year. It was the 6'7" era.
It reminds me of the meme of that one kid that was asked, what's 9 plus 10? And the kid just out of nowhere said 21.
Which I believe completely destroyed the internet.
You realize what you have created. You created something generational. You've basically created the new equivalent to 6'9". How do you feel about that?
I feel amazing.
How did it even happen? I know you were at a basketball game, right?
Yeah, RWE.
RWE, was someone just taking a video and you just yelled out 6'7"?
Yeah, so like, the camera pointed to me and my friend Mason.
So your friend's name is Mason?
No, Mason.
No way.
I just like thought of something really quick because like that camera's gonna be in for like at least like 5-10 seconds. So I had to think of something fast, so I just said 6'7".
6'7"?
Hey, 6'7"!
What was it like going to school the next day after all that?
It was very, very heated. I got like crowded.
As you guys just saw from this clip, Mason himself had to speak. Interviews, reactions, people asking him what it all meant, and the best part is, it didn't even mean anything. That's the magic of it. Mason wasn't sitting on some deep backstory or hidden message. He wasn't trying to start a movement. He just yelled 6'7" because, well, I know. And these 2 numbers he yelled out completely cooked the internet and every generation to come.
They went to a haunted house and they had to stay there for like, you know, however long, 6-7 hours. I swear, I'm not.
Do you know what 6'7" is?
My son told me the other day, people go around saying 6'7". Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Do you want to be in the edit?
Yeah, sure.
So to do it, you're going to be like 6'7".
What am I juggling?
Nothing.
Okay, cool. 6'7".
Of course, the internet, being the internet, people couldn't
6'7".
resist. Suddenly, everyone was doing the 6'7" thing. Kids in classrooms yelling it, TikTok skits recreating it, athletes joking about it in post-game interviews. It spread so far beyond the original clip. People didn't even need Mason's face anymore. Just hearing 6'7" was enough to get the joke. Literally just counting from 1 to 10 is enough to crack somebody up. Let me try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's when you know a meme has gone nuclear. When the sound alone becomes iconic. Okay, but what's actually
1,
as crazy
2,
is how big this got.
3,
Classrooms got disrupted
4,
because kids won't
5,
stop shouting 6'7".
6'7".
Teachers were begging students to knock it off. Parents had no idea what their kids were talking about, and sports culture embraced it fully. The LaMelo Ball edit skyrocketed in popularity. Every time someone mentioned his height, 6'7", the chant would come back. It became a cultural reflex, like even teachers were doing it to gain attention of their students.
4, 5. Thanks, guys. If you could, please make sure you are on
a district-approved game if you are on your Chromebook, please. Thank you.
This wasn't just a funny clip, it was a shared language. A way for millions of people to connect their nonsense. Elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, everywhere you looked, kids were mimicking Mason. Random shouts of 6-7 in hallways, lunchrooms erupting in chants, and gym teachers losing their minds. For kids, it wasn't just a meme. It was a trend, a game, a way of being in on the joke. And if you weren't yelling 6-7, were you even a part of the culture? This is where it gets deeper. Memes like 6-7 show how fast youth culture spreads. One random shout at a basketball game can dominate classrooms across the country in just weeks. It's powerful, but it's also kind of scary. Kids aren't just consuming memes, they're living them. Mason's shout didn't just live online. It lived in schools, on playgrounds, and in everyday conversation. It shows how internet culture shapes real life, especially for the youngest generations.
I'm just realizing now that he literally moves like somebody that's 6'1", 6'2", except he's 6'7". I just been on. Like somebody that's 6'1", 6'2", except he's 6'7". I just been on.
Oh God, let's go.
And then of course the edits. If there's one thing that the internet loves, it's remixing. And Mason's clip became perfect fuel. LaMelo Ball dunk edits, Fortnite montages, rap overlays, even anime style edits where Mason was treated like the main character. And then came the darker twist, the SCP horror edits. Suddenly, Mason wasn't just a funny kid yelling, he was transformed into SCP-67, a creepy, distorted entity with a wide mouth and glowing eyes.
You've most likely heard about the 6-7 meme. But what does it mean? The meme comes from a song called Doot Doot by rapper Skrilla. It dropped in late 2024, and in the track, Skrilla says 6-7. I just been right on the highway. He's talking about 67th Street in Chicago, and that's where the phrase originated. Fast forward to early 2025, and TikTok and Instagram users took that 6-7 line, connected it to NBA player LaMelo Ball, who just happens to be 6'7". So whenever the song hits the 6-7 line, editors would cut to footage of LaMelo dominating the court. And from these edits, the meme evolved. People started making TikToks and Instagram reels involving the number 6-7. For example, someone would say that they scored 67 out of 100 on the test, and then someone would say, "You mean 6-7?"
The internet had taken a lighthearted meme that pushed into the horror genre. That versatility, the ability to be funny, scary, ironic, or absurd, is what gave 6-7 its staying power. What's the takeaway? Sometimes the biggest moments online don't come from celebrities, marketing campaigns, or big products. They come from ordinary people just doing something completely random. Mason didn't plan to go viral. He didn't chase it. He just shouted 6-7 and the internet took care of the rest. So did this kid actually ruin not only the internet, but even counting for his whole generation? Well, I personally don't think so. I think that we're all just gonna end up giggling to the number 6-7, but it won't be crazy impactful. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe again, as I said earlier. It really means a lot.
What?
It's one of the simplest, yet most powerful things ever.
What the hell?
Did you know one random scream at a high school game turned a kid into one of the biggest memes in the United States? It was March 2025, a regular high school basketball game somewhere in America.
What?
Crowd cheering, phones out, nothing unusual. Then the camera finds him. A blonde kid in the stands, eyes wide, face locked onto the lens. He screams, 6-7. Nobody knew what it meant. No context, no explanation. But that second changed everything. The clip was posted by YouTuber Cam Wilder. The sound came from a track called Dude 6-7 by rapper Skrill, Chicago drill song referencing 67th and 7th Street. TikTok picked it up instantly. Within hours, it took over. Edits, remixes, chaos. Guess my height, guess my IQ, Guess my chances? 6'7". NBA fans linked it to LaMelo Ball, who was 6'7". Classrooms across the U.S. started chanting it. Teachers had no idea what was happening. The clip hit millions view on days. The kid didn't plan it. He didn't explain it. And that made it even bigger. He became the 67th kid. One moment, one screen, everywhere. And the number, it means nothing. Did you know one random scream at a high school game turned a kid?
And the numbers mean nothing.
A years-long feud between Hassan Piker and Nick Fuentes has sparked some serious tension once again, with Hassan Piker crashing out over the rising prominence of Nick Fuentes. The cause? Nick Fuentes was interviewed by the New York Times, once again catapulting his name and influence into the upper echelons, while also naming him the victor of the dispute he had with Tucker Carlson, which for many is what put Nick Fuentes on the map. This is where the story starts. Amid the seething in this clip that Nick is becoming more relevant, Hassan shows his own radicalism.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Man, he got a fucking glaring profile on the New York Times. Shut the fuck up, okay? There's a reason why I didn't talk about Nick Fuentes for a very long time, because it was an irrelevant Nazi. He is now moving away from being an irrelevant Nazi to actually becoming a very relevant Nazi. Do you see this? A glowing profile. Sorry, not glaring. What are you talking about? It's the same reason why I addressed it the other day, because he's like gaining a lot of prominence among dumb fuck people who are not Nazis themselves and don't realize that he also is a dumb fuck Nazi. Yes, but please, will you ever stop fighting with the pigs? Man, this country is run by fucking pigs. Shut the fuck up. This country is run by pigs. What are you supposed to do in that situation? Just like hope they go away? By wish that they just fucking go away? What are we doing? As is the case with like people like Sex Pestany, they just don't go away. There's a point that you have to like try and combat it.
Debate Nick then. And to be quite honest, this clip could have two interpretations. Whether this was the beginning of Hassan massaging the idea that something beyond talking to Nick needs to be done.
What are you supposed to do in that situation? Just like hope they go away? By wish that they just fucking go away? What are we doing?
Or that he himself is suggesting that he needs to debate Nick.
There's a point that you have to like try and combat it.
I'll let the audience decide that one. Nick did not let any of this slide, saying the aura farming continues while making fun of the odd obsession that Hassan and Destiny have for each other.
I saw Hassan Piker reacted to me again. 2 days in a row. Dude, the aura farming continues. He goes on a stream today and he says, normally I didn't talk about the irrelevant Nazi Nick Fuentes because he's irrelevant. But now he's the most relevant Nazi in America. It's like, bro, aura farming for free. Thank you very much. But he's reacting to me again. And Dude, it is actually deranged how obsessed Hassan is with Destiny. I'm watching these like Hassan criticisms of my videos for the narcissistic supply. Like I'm watching Hassan talk about me. I'm giggling, I'm kicking my feet. I'm watching Hassan for 20 minutes talk about me. But throughout the whole thing, he's just talking about like Destiny, sex, pestiny, molestiny, Destiny, and I'm like, hey, isn't this supposed to be about me? Like, hey, sorry to interrupt. What the fuck does this have to do with Destiny? This is about me. Or at least I thought. I watched his video yesterday, and he kept talking about Destiny. I'm like, this is weird. Like, who cares about that? Then today, another 20 minutes, and it's like, Destiny, Destiny. It's like, dude, am I interrupting? Like, what the fuck did I just walk into? He's like, Destiny and Nick are making up talking points about me. It's like, dude, get a grip. I do not follow the left that closely. I do not care that much. But something is going on there. I don't know what I stumbled into there, but it's like, bro, just leave me out of it. Like, I thought they weren't friends or something. I don't know. I thought they were friends. They're not friends. But I'm watching this video, and Hassan is like, we have to talk about Nick. He's cynically appealing to liberals, but he's still right-wing. And then he just keeps bringing up, like, this is why Destiny did this. And I'm like, what? Hey, hello, this is about me, I thought. So that was super bizarre. I don't know what's going on over there, but it's like, I don't know, really. I thought they were all on the same team or something on some level.
So what is this obsession? Hassan Piker blames Destiny for Nick's uprising. Why? Because Hassan believes that he is the supreme leader of the left. And because Destiny attacked him in such a way, it made people like Asmongold and Nick more palatable.
So when you do have a guy who is able to cut through the fucking noise and develop a major audience online, someone like myself, they get fucking tarred and feathered by dumb fuck liberals and also even dumb fuck leftists who believe the dumb fuck liberals and the dumb fuck Republicans. Okay? This is something that I tried to explain to people in the past where I was like, look, liberals, you did it. You did it. You successfully undermined your left flank. And in the process of doing that, of course, someone right-wing was going to rise up to the occasion and come across as a completely normal centrist, right? That's the Asmongold phenomena. The most consequential aspect of like the destinies of the world consistently coming after me for their own personal narcissistic vengeance quest has made it so that I have so many fucking ridiculous claims that are completely made up about me swirling around in the ecosystem for all of the dumb fuck apolitical people to tune into, with a network of slop tubers that are constantly pumping out this kind of content, that ultimately people that don't actually get any sort of fucking critical examination of their commentary or their worldview get to fucking rise up to the top.
Bruh, do you know how much of a narcissist you have to be to believe that the only reason another figure is rising is because you are falling? That someone else's ideas couldn't stand on their own? But then again, this explains the entire left. And he is accurate, he just needs to include himself in his own equation. But it didn't stop here. Nick continues his clapback, providing an entirely different reasoning as to why the far right is gaining influence while the left is flailing, calling Hassan a Nepo baby in the process.
They know that they would not survive the encounter. That's why they run and hide. Hassan Piker runs and hides because communism would not survive an encounter with the far right. It just wouldn't. All that sentimentalism, all that sappy, bleeding heart bullshit about free healthcare. Okay, we'll give you free healthcare too. I don't really care that much. I want to close the borders. I want to stop being harassed on the train. I want to be able to live in most of the city and not have to be a war zone. I don't want to have our country run by an Israeli fifth column, a Jewish fifth column. You would not survive that encounter, and you know that. And Hassan knows that if there were ever a dialogue, an ongoing dialogue, or even just a sit down, that whole fantasy, this bourgeois fucking champagne socialism would not survive an encounter with an actual real American. With an actual real American that's the son of working class people. And that's like the delicious and rich irony is that Hassan is a Nepo baby. He's a millionaire Nepo baby who's on all the mainstream platforms. How did he get his start in media? His uncle. And this is a guy lecturing us about generational wealth. Why don't we redistribute the Young Turks media opportunities? How about we redistribute the Twitch subscriptions? So, you know, as long as he's going to sit there and take shots from over there, yeah, inside of that woke fantasy land, they'll all be very confident in their ideology. But the reason that they don't want me to talk to Jimmy Dore, the reason they're screaming, he's a Nazi, but he said this, but he said that. Let him talk. We can talk. Let people judge. Oh, people said this. Hassan said America deserved 9/11. Now he's going to grandstand about, but 8 years ago he said race mixing was wrong. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking poser. You fucking poser. I'm so sick of these posers, man. You know? He's a literal Nazi. He says that genetics are real. Okay, and you said that, like, America deserves 9/11. You want kids to get their dick and balls cut off. Let's just talk. We're human beings. Talk. Ugh. That's the stuff that I just legitimately cannot stand. It's just cowardice. Anyway.
How does Hassan respond? Well, he literally called for violence against Nick.
No, we gotta, you know, the moment is clear. You gotta sick like the ACP guys on him. Okay, that's it. You gotta get one of those like Haz al-Dink type motherfuckers to just like eat his ass alive, you know? Eat his ass. Eat his ass. Let him fight. Whatever the fuck his name is. What is it? The Albanian dude?
This is a recurring pattern from Hassan, as he has multiple other documented instances of this.
Well, my understanding is that the property owners who have properties there choose just not to rent it at all.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit.
Some being so egregious, it has driven other creators away from the platform due to how unfairly the rules are applied to Hassan versus all other creators on Twitch. But Nick puts the final nails in the coffin for Hassan, and quite frankly, all other left-wing creators like him, torching Hassan in yet again another charismatic and accurate riff.
And it's like the far left, these guys are just like fucking defective at this point. I don't even think they know why they do what they do. You know, and the reason that the far left is threatened by me is because I'm better than them. I'm going to take their market share. And you want to know why? Because I can talk about Jews. I can talk about black people. I can talk about trannies. I'm not beholden to a crowd of nut jobs that just can't talk about basic reality. You go on the far left, and some of the things I say appeal to them, like about Gaza and like about Israel and so on. But on the far left, you can't talk about Judaism. You don't think that the far-right Jewish extremists in Israel, like Meir Kahane, who said that all non-Jews should be enslaved or killed, you don't think that has something to do with what's happening there? You don't think that Bezalel Smotrich and Ben Gvir, you don't think that their religious Zionism has anything to do with that? We can't talk about that? Like they're handicapped by these rules, these like constraints that they imposed on themselves a long time ago. This like wokeism. Same goes with black people. You know, they want to talk about the working man, the working class. Okay, communist fuckface. Inflation is killing all of us. Wages are stagnant. Housing is getting expensive for me. My homeowner's insurance has doubled in the past 4 years. Everything. I exclusively eat McDonald's and fast food. It's tripled. Okay, working class heroes. Okay, spokesman of the proletariat. You explain to me why I can't talk about how we're all broke, we can all barely get by, We want to go enjoy our weekend when we're done with work, and we're getting mugged and carjacked. You have package thieves stealing any Amazon package that lands on your doorstep. It happened to me a few days ago, and it's always the usual suspects. So you're a spokesman for the proletariat, the working man, the working class. Well, who do you think is getting abused here by these violent black adolescents in a city like Chicago or New York? Who's making it unaffordable to live there? Why do you think we can't go on public transit? And therefore need to have a car, need to have a car service. Why do you think it's so expensive to live in the city? Because the whole South Side and half the West Side is uninhabitable. Why? Because of violence. It's like, so the reason that the far left is terrified is because they are kind of clocking some of the issues, but they're completely constrained by woke and liberal ideology. And I know they don't identify as liberal, but that on some level, that's what it is. This like blank slateism. They're absolutely constrained. They can't talk about the real issues here. So when they talk about Israel, they have to talk about settler colonialism. They cannot talk about the Jewish crime syndicate that runs America and is in bed with Israel. They cannot talk about black crime. They have to talk about black and brown bodies and an unarmed black man was killed. It's like, brother, have you been to this fucking city? Seriously. It's endless like this. And so the far left, these people, they don't want to talk because they have cloistered themselves away. They have created these ridiculous rules for themselves. They can't even acknowledge reality that we all see. And it's like, look, you could be a communist and talk about how black people are predators in Chicago here. You can be a communist and talk about how religious Judaism, Jewish identity, well, first of all, it happens to be very bourgeois in many ways, but also happens to be a big root cause of what's happening in Gaza and many of the things in America.
There will be no debate. Hassan is exactly where he would like to be. In the news, but not directly engaging anyone. He knows that a direct engagement with Nick will only further open the door that Nick is prying open with his bare hands. Why would you willingly become a dunk poster? And as for the calling for violence aspect, this is telling, and largely for all of the reasons just stated. He knows his ideas, opinions, and thoughts can't stand up to Nick's, so that's why he's suggesting a bullet. It tracks though. I wouldn't expect any less from a leftist. That is where I will leave it. Let me know your thoughts if I missed anything, and like always, I will see you guys in the comments.
That is very interesting. I gotta see this.
Charlie Kirk just got shot. Live stream, 25 minutes and 36 seconds.
We are here live at Utah Valley State University. I don't know.
Holy XCOM. These guys are under half cover, elevated position. Hell yeah. Oh my God. They got a good vantage point.
If that was shots or if that was fireworks.
Utah's a open carry, like a constitutional carry state, right? There are so many good guys with guns here. This should be like the safest place in the world to be. Like at least 10% of the students could draw and just kill if there's like a bad guy there, no?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Oh my God. Go, run. Oh.
Wait, did he get shot? I can't tell. Don't play it. You don't really see any blood. Hold on. It kind of looks like he got shot. Did he actually get shot? It kind of looks like he got shot in the fucking neck or head. And it was a single one shot. I don't see anybody nearby. So what? It would have been a rifle? Like at range, I'm assuming? Oh, somebody's closer. Wait, holy sh! Is this guy dead? Wait.
Counting gang violence. Great.
Whoa! 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 He's super dead. Holy sh! Okay, well, let me go make sure my door is locked. Holy fuck. It's like, is it your jugular? The one that all the blood comes out of? He's like dead, right? Jesus Christ. Don't, unironically, if that kind of shit you up. People are posting stream bubbles in chat. You're watching a person get shot in the neck and die, and there's a lot of blood. So if that's like a thing that bothers you, this guy is under arrest. It sounded like one shot too, right? The man who shot Charlie Kirk, we don't know though, do we? I feel like this guy would. Well, I don't know what I'm saying. I was gonna say I feel like he would have killed himself, but maybe not. Who knows? Jesus Christ. Well, this is the first one. Influencer killing like this, I guess. Political person. He's insta-dead, right? When people get choked, you can either choke their like throat and like make them lose like breath. And I think that can take like a minute or two or whatever to make somebody pass out. But if you lose the pressure of blood going to your head, you can pass out in like literally like 2 to 5 seconds. It looks like after he gets shot, it looks like he almost like instantaneously passes out and he's like gushing blood from his neck. I don't know if that's like a survivable wound ever. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what you would do. Like, so you can't CPR or anything. You can't like pump the heart to get blood to go back up to the brain. Maybe if they were in a hospital immediately, you can blood transfuse. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't think that's like a survivable wound unless maybe you're in a hospital. Jesus Christ. Jesus, that's crazy. Oh, I can't do that. I shouldn't do an edgy quote tweet. Somebody just said in YouTube chat, the things Hassan will do to get out of debating is crazy. That's too much. I'm not going to do that. Damn. Jesus Christ. One thing that I was saying to, there's 50% less blood pumping to his brain. He can't survive that until he arrives at the hospital. When people say when brain death happens, it's actually like a lack of oxygenated blood going to the brain. Does that actually it takes 5 minutes for permanent damage to set in? Or is it just like a couple minutes? How long lack of blood to brain for brain damage to occur? A complete lack of blood is 4 to 5 minutes. And permanent brain damage is more likely after 3 minutes.
Oh.
So he would have to get to a hospital and get like, I don't even know. Again, I don't know how you get. I don't know if you can like pump blood up through somebody's neck if the jugular artery, is that what it is, gets shot. I have no idea. Jesus. 10 to 15 minutes for irreversible damage? 15 minutes? I think you're super dead at that point, my dude. Oh, wait. Carotid artery? I can just look it up. Sorry, hold on. Jesus Christ. Carotid. Sorry. What is big vein in neck that bleeds? BBC News reporting on it. I think he's super dead. His body even does like is it the fencing posture? Is that what that is? I thought that only happened during brain, like concussive stuff though. But he does like the posture and everything. I can't believe he loses consciousness like instantly. Is it because of the blood pressure drop? Is that what causes that to happen? You lose. It's literally instantaneous, like conscious loss. Jesus Christ. Sorry, what was I saying? A friend asked me recently about going to these events, and they were like, "Yeah, are you ever worried about dying?" And the thing that I say is, I feel like if somebody really wanted to kill you. In the United States, I feel like it's just a matter of time. Like, I don't know how you ever stop something like this. Even if they have security at their events, which they do, assuming somebody posts up with an AR-15, even with a 3.5 like I have, I feel like you could be 100, 200, 300 yards away, out a window, on top of a roof somewhere. Like, there's never going to be that much security. And assuming you only need one shot to hit. Jesus. Did he get shot in the heart maybe? No, there's a video. It was like right in, like into his neck. I don't know if there's like an exit out the back or Jesus. Probably passes out from cavitation forces from the bullet. You mean like the little, like the concussive force of it passing by? Is that enough from a bullet to make you? If it hits his spine, he could be insta-dead, no? Well, I think the bigger issue is probably the lack of blood that is able to get up to his head because of the exploded neck.
Not counting gang violence. Great.
Jesus. What a...
You're black, I'm white. It is what it is. For my entire life, people have been walking around in eggshells about the subject of race, about white people being racist. Can I say this? Can I say that? Can I have this opinion? And me,
what are you talking about? Like, it's like, dude, blacks only got the right to vote in the 1960s. Do you think that they were instantly equal after that? The suggestion that whites have been so anxious and scared in a society in which they are the majority, I mean, this is just utterly unrealistic talk. And it's also victimhood. So it's funny because you'll hear the white supremacists, they'll tell everyone else, stop complaining, stop crying anti-Semitism, stop crying racism, stop being a victim. Then what do? They want to be the victim. That's why they're telling you not to be the victim so that they can pretend be the victim. They behave just like the Zionists.
You're black, I'm white. It is what it is. For my entire life, people have been walking around in eggshells about the subject of race, about white people being racist. Can I say this? Can I say that? Can I have this opinion? And me,
what are you talking about? Like, it's like, dude, blacks only got the right to vote in the 1960s. Do you think that they were instantly equal after that? The suggestion that whites have been so anxious and scared in a society in which they are the majority, I mean, this is just utterly unrealistic talk. And it's also victimhood. So it's funny because you'll hear the white supremacists, they'll tell everyone else, stop complaining, stop crying anti-Semitism, stop crying racism, stop being a victim. Then what do? They want to be the victim. That's why they're telling you not to be the victim so that they can pretend be the victim. They behave just like the Zionists.
You're black, I'm white. It is what it is. For my entire life, people have been walking around in eggshells about the subject of race, about white people being racist. Can I say this? Can I say that? Can I have this opinion? And me,
what are you talking about? Like, it's like, dude, blacks only got the right to vote in the 1960s. Do you think that they were instantly equal after that? The suggestion that whites have been so anxious and scared in a society in which they are the majority, I mean, this is just utterly unrealistic talk. And it's also victimhood. So it's funny because you'll hear the white supremacists, they'll tell everyone else, stop complaining, stop crying anti-Semitism, stop crying racism, stop being a victim. Then what do? They want to be the victim. That's why they're telling you not to be the victim so that they can pretend be the victim. They behave just like the Zionists.
You're black, I'm white. It is what it is. For my entire life, people have been walking around in eggshells about the subject of race, about white people being racist. Can I say this? Can I say that? Can I have this opinion? And me,
what are you talking about? Like, it's like, dude, blacks only got the right to vote in the 1960s. Do you think that they were instantly equal after that? The suggestion that whites have been so anxious and scared in a society in which they are the majority, I mean, this is just utterly unrealistic talk. And it's also victimhood. So it's funny because you'll hear the white supremacists, they'll tell everyone else, stop complaining, stop crying anti-Semitism, stop crying racism, stop being a victim. Then what do? They want to be the victim. That's why they're telling you not to be the victim so that they can pretend.
Metro! Metro! Mi canción. ¡Me puse puta para verte!
What? Damn, I got lost. Originally academic Rex. Yeah, he's done.
I remember asking Benjamin Netanyahu, I mean, over 20 years ago, when, terrorists were occupying the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem, which is the city in which Jesus was born. So it's, arguably the most important church in Christendom. And the IDF fired into the church, killed, I think, a bell ringer. I think may have killed a monk. Anyway, killed Christians in a Christian church, in a Christian city, formerly it's no longer a Christian city, thanks to its occupation. But and I was totally for Israel. I've never been against Israel, actually, which is the hilarious part. But I remember saying to him, like, "You're using American weapons to fire into the Church of the Nativity?" This was on CNN at the time, and boy, it was like, "Were you an anti-Semite?" No. I don't want to fire into the Church of the Nativity. Like, how is that okay?
What are your thoughts about Netanyahu and the Zionist?
Whoa, yeah, actually. What? Wait, isn't his name Chris Tucker? What the fuck is his name?
I remember asking Benjamin Netanyahu, over 20 years ago, when terrorists were occupying the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem, which is the city in which Jesus was born. So it's arguably the most important church in Christendom. And
Bruh.
I am somebody who is always very patriotic in general. I love our flag. I love what the American experiment is supposed to represent. Of course, we know that that's not how it has been executed, far from it. But knowing that I came very close when I was 18 to joining the military and knowing full well what I know now, I'm thankful that I didn't. And I'm going to show you why I'm grateful now that I didn't.
In the 1990s, and I said that the West really doesn't understand militant Islam. So I wrote a book in 1995, and I said that if the West doesn't wake up to the suicidal nature of militant Islam, the next thing you'll see is the militant Islam is bringing down the World Trade Center.
How would somebody know this in 1995? Unless they had some idea that something was going to happen, and then 9/11 happens? Why would Israel have any knowledge of something of that magnitude?
Well, all roads lead to the plan for the greater Israel, right? This goes back to what was it Wesley Clark? Was it General Clark was talking
General
about?
Clark, guys, and he was a guest on our podcast, and he said,
we had General Clark. But he had received that memo stating that these are all the states that we need to go after. And Iraq, Iran, Syria, Lebanon, all of it, right? That was on there. So it makes sense that if all of this, and I mean all of it, is pertaining to getting a control over West Asia to the point where there can be a greater Israel, then that's why they would know. Because all of this, and they're so stupid about it too. Like when you look back in retrospect, it's like, if you were going to try to get us to go after Iraq, you could have at least used Iraqis. But no, they didn't. They used Saudis or Egyptians or whatever they were using. Like, it's just, it's so silly.
15 of the 19 hijackers were from Saudi Arabia.
Right. So it's all absurd. And as somebody who knew at the time, I knew at the time, and I have witnesses to this. I remember turning to a whole bunch of people. I was clerking for a federal judge, and I said, there are no weapons of mass destruction. This is a bunch of bullshit. And then the next thing you know, fast forward, and I'm reading 800 and plus pages of a Patriot Act that now takes away my 4th, 5th, 6th Amendment rights. So that was the purpose. It further created the reach of American empire, allowing it to go after citizens, go after people based on terrorism. So it's all like, it's very clear to me.
If you guys thought that clip was a good throwback. This one is even better. It is from the Secretary of Defense on September 10th, 2001.
This adversary is one of the world's last bastions of central planning, governs by dictating 5-year plans. A single capital, it attempts to impose its command across time zones, continents, oceans, and beyond. With brutal consistency, it stifles free thought and crushes new ideas. It disrupts the defense of the United States and places the lives of men and women in uniform at risk. Perhaps this adversary sounds like the former Soviet Union, but that enemy's gone. Our foes are more subtle and implacable today. You may think I'm describing one of the last decrepit dictators of the world, but their day too is almost past, and they cannot match the strength or size of this adversary. The adversary is closer to home. It's the Pentagon bureaucracy.
Boy, that took a lot of balls to say. And this is coming from a very conservative, State Department establishment head. Rumsfeld was part of that inner circle with Cheney and Wolfowitz that basically took over the Republican Party, the neocon takeover of the Republican Party.
You're missing the key component of that. Who was the ringleader?
Cheney. Yeah, I said Cheney.
Oh, okay. I heard Wolfowitz. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, Cheney, Wolfowitz, and Rumsfeld, the three amigos. And these are the three men that basically the three neocons that took over the GOP post Nixon's resignation. And so all of this was essentially coming to a head 25 years after the fact.
Not the people, but the processes. Not the civilians, but the systems. Not the men and women in uniform, but the uniformity of thought and action that we too often impose on them.
Wait.
body and we face a judgment, we can either accept that reality and live within it, within our physical and spiritual means. We can make decisions and enjoy the good things in the world, which is love, which comes through family and children. Or we can ignore all that and pretend like we're going to live forever and do OnlyFans and fuck around and go and have a good time and make money and fly around the world and pretend we're never going to die, but we are. And that, I think, is the fundamental difference.
And you're right. In Islam, we believe the same thing, that life is, you're not supposed to really be fully happy now. Everything that you do is supposed to worship and please God so that you can make it to Jannah. And one of the important things, and you said that I didn't read the Quran, but what's an important part of Islam is that the father is supposed to pick the potential husband for his daughter, because you said all the single moms they make bad decisions. A lot of the girls in the panel are saying that there's all difficult men to find. But yeah, it's difficult to find.
Whoa. 110. Oh. Hold up. Fuck.
Find men that are of the proper value to raise children. So what's better if you follow the Bible, the Quran, and you're saying that that's not good, that these 2,000-year-old books or whatever, 1,400-year-old books. But the best way to have a relationship is if the father picks, and then.
Do you think a father would pick any of the men at this table?
Absolutely.
So number one, the Quran shits on every single man at this table, okay? And that's not an insult to the men, because that's an insult to the Quran. There's a lot of great men at this table.
I got a lot of DMs.
However, Nick talks about how, like, if that's all I've got, when I hit 30, I'll kill myself. You're not going to have a family by 30, and you're not going to kill yourself, because every single man at this table, believe it or not, has things that they can look back on and feel proud about. That's why you guys are here. That's why you're in the position you are. Myra, when you hit your age, I don't give a how old you get or how many kids you have, you're always going to look back at this podcast and be really proud that you did something that a lot of people thought you couldn't do, and you became the largest men's self-improvement podcast in the world, working with Fresh. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I say the same thing for Fresh too. Like all of you guys involved in this podcast, I think you would all feel insulted if somebody looked at you like, oh, isn't this just a hobby for you guys? No, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that went into building this. And at the end of the day, you produce a product that I'm sure you guys and everybody that works on production here, behind the scenes and in front of the camera, feel really proud about. Wow. And then same thing with you. As much as I hate Nick and every being, I know that when Nick hits 50, 60, 70, okay, if you grow out of your man-loving phase and you get a wife, you're going to look back at all the shit you've done politically, and you're going to feel proud about the shit you've done. You're going to look back at Cozy TV. You're going to look back at AFPAC. You're going to look back at trolling Charlie. You're going to look back at all these things. You know what? What I did there was really cool. And if somebody went up to you and they said, wasn't your politics just a hobby? You're going to go, no, you. I put in a lot of work and I built something that meant something to me. Yeah. Sneeko, for all of the stuff that you worked on and will work on, you're going to feel the exact same. No, you're getting there. The idea that you like dismiss all of these things as like just hobbies, family comes second after working on yourself. An incomplete man or woman that doesn't even understand the things that they want or they like in life is not going to be able to produce a family that is going to be stable in the world. You have to find out what makes you happy, what allows you to contribute to society, what allows you to find fulfillment, and then from you being a complete person, from there flows a family, and then from a complete family flows a community.
Yo. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, that's crazy. Look what I just found on Instagram. I mean, whoa, on X. What the fuck? Was active at the time of me posting this. It's being nuked. Excellent job, everyone. Thank you. Yo, that's crazy.
Situations is you have immediately decided that was the motivation, therefore it's a racist hate crime, and that's it. And I would argue to you, why don't you give it a bit of time? Why don't you wait for more information and make a more considered opinion?
Okay, first things first. If we're going to talk about waiting for information, you shouldn't have told me that Israel was not committing a genocide on October 8th. You've been proven wrong. That's the first thing. The second thing, he said, I got that white girl. You're going to pretend that doesn't matter as if it's not proof
I didn't
enough.
say it didn't matter.
Third thing,
I said it suggests a racial motivation.
Everybody who stabs somebody is mentally ill. This mentally ill bullshit, I don't know where this has come from, where someone's a criminal, but they're mentally ill. Every single person who commits murder is mentally ill. Every single person who commits necrophilia is mentally ill. Every single person who believes they can get in and out of a bank with money without getting caught has some kind of mental disorder. They're all mentally ill. I don't care about mentally ill. And here's the final nail in the coffin to your asinine argument, sir. Why did he not stab anyone else on the bus? Because he was already on a bus with 4 people and he didn't touch them. If he's so mental, if he can't control his mind.
He's not wrong. Oh, damn, my voice just cracked. I'm done with my voice, but if he actually had a mental disability, it makes sense for this one person to damn. It makes sense for this one person to just start stabbing everyone.
Damn. Why didn't he stab any of those? Is it because everyone else on the bus was black? The first white person he sees, he kills and says, I got that white girl. And you don't believe?
Well, that's the thing, though. Prior to that, he probably did something
that's
else.
Enough proof for a court of law to determine that was a racially motivated.
Community. And then from a complete community flows a government. This is how the society is structured. Broken people that don't even know what makes them happy can't produce children that are going to be happy and fruitful in the world.
My answer to that.
Go ahead.
If I can answer that, so I didn't say that I would kill myself at 30 if I don't have a family. I said if there was nothing more to life other than amusements and hobbies and frivolities or even things like career, I would kill myself because the value proposition of life wouldn't be enough. I said there has to be more than that, which for me,
is God. For me, it's the things that proceed from God. And as far as what you say about career and profession, and we feel very good about ourselves. Honestly, I think we feel good about ourselves because it feels good to do honest work. It feels good to build things. When all is said and done, we are going to be here, and as quickly as we came, we are going to be gone. And as quickly as this earth came into existence, it will be gone. It's a pile of beans.
From dust we will return.
That's right.
in the Bible, bitch.
And so for me, the things that truly matter, the things that I'm proud about for what I do, you know, and by the way, and I don't hate you. I disagree with you, but I don't hate you. I try to be your friend. That's okay. One day you'll come around. The things that I'm proud of are the moral decisions that I've made. The reason I'm proud of AFPAC or America First or my movement is because I told the truth. It's because I converted people to Catholicism, which has an objective moral weight. If I was a streamer and I was just making content about like, hey, you know, let's do movie reviews or something, you know, would I say that it's worth living to watch movies? Would I say it's worth living to, you know, it's sort of like, it reminds me of the story about the concentration camp where they say they have us pick up a bag of rocks and move it to the other side of the camp and then fight. And, you know, it's Sisyphus. I think that life is Sisyphean without a meaning behind the suffering, without anything transcendent. I think that's what you lack. Where is the transcendence? Where is the objective meaning? There is none.
Yeah, and hold on, Destiny. If you look at it through this blue homosexual's point of view, he's saying the love you have for your mom is just chemicals firing in your brain. There's no spiritual component to his ideology.
The chemicals he inhales through his nose.
I like
I don't want to go back and forth. I'll just say my last piece and then I'll be 2 seconds. There is a virtue. There are honorific talents that we can pursue that are like in a way like above just human day-to-day existence. There is something beautiful about a person playing a flute better than any other person could. There is something beautiful about men competing in the field, about athletics, about the Olympics, about different.
So when are you going to see your child, Stephen?
Tomorrow.
When you're done your career? How many followers? How many followers?
Where's your kid at?
I want your kid. Give me your child since you gave up. Since you big fucking streaming with whores.
All right, let's let him finish.
Yeah, people that go on to accomplish great things are proud of it. And I think there is something greater than to call like a professional Olympian or a professional musician or a professional athlete or somebody that's built an amazing business, podcast, political movement, or YouTube essays or whatever. Like to people that do these things have achieved something that's greater than just a hobby. And I think to call them that, I think is to discredit all the work that goes into it.
But are you arguing that it's just a hobby?
No, I'm saying it would
what he said like 15 times.
I'm saying it would all mean nothing if there wasn't a higher purpose. That's what I'm saying. And by the way, we're also not talking now. You're talking about the pursuit of excellence, which I see a little bit of godliness in you when you say godly. There's something good about being the best flute player. I agree with you, but that's something totally different than the frivolities that I'm talking about. When it's a woman making a decision about family versus career, you know, if we're talking about wanting to be the best flute player ever, okay, that's one thing. But they're trying to be the best skin flute player ever. In many cases, they're going out there, they're not learning.
The fact that every time I bring up examples, you compare it to like somebody just sucking shows that you have an incapability of understanding my position.
That was a tongue-in-cheek
No, it's not. But every single thing you've given is people, they're going to be an OnlyFans girl.
No. I said they're going to go. I said the reality is
some people pursue great things, and sometimes people do that in place of families. Like it's great that you're saying that it's sad to live for this life and you want to live for a hypothetical afterlife. I'd rather live for the life that we all know that we have right here and right now than hope to God that once we turn to dust, there's some other dimension with pearly gates where we get rewarded for our time spent suffering on Earth.
I'm saying there's nothing great about making spreadsheets at some company. That's what I'm saying.
So let me say this because there was a lot of good points brought here. So let me bring the ladies back in here real quick. Ladies, what do you think what our goal is in life here? Why are we put on this earth? We'll start with the couch. Go ahead.
I mean,
why are humans beings put on earth? What do you think?
I mean, me personally, I felt like I was put on this earth to be a mom. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah.
Do you, what about you?
I think humans were put on the earth to experience. It doesn't matter what gender you are. You're here for experience.
Are you spiritual?
Very.
Okay. Do you believe in God?
Yeah. What about it?
I believe in source. I believe in God.
Yes. Everyone who's spiritual says this stuff. It's about experience and travel.
What about a pedophile? Is he here to experience?
What the fuck? Let me ask, what about you? What do you think human beings are put on earth to do?
I don't know, Zerka, are you?
I think I did mushrooms a couple times, and let's say in the moment of the time,
Yeah, it's funny, but it's still like, you know,
Bitch, you're
it's giving you, like, a
digesting
different
manure.
perspective.
It's covered in cow shit. You're digesting manure and poison. You know that, like, you eat shit for a living.
Okay, so what do you think?
Zerka's one coke trip away from a fentanyl
And what
overdose.
I
You're good,
think
don't
we're
worry.
all just players, like, and we're not supposed to take life too serious.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it is kind of suffering, unfortunately, but it's
But
also.
why do you think human beings are put on Earth? Give us your
to
sober
play the
explanation, then your
game.
shrooms. Okay, what is the game?
Whatever, everybody has their own. Somebody's mom, somebody's have a careers. Whatever game you choose, you can play.
What about a
There-
pedophile? You, Miss Australia, what do you think human beings are put on Earth to do?
I honestly believe to be a mom. I'm
To
so
procreate?
excited to be a
Okay.
mom.
What about you? What do you think human beings are put on Earth to do?
I also think that we was put here like to procreate.
Okay. What about you?
But sometimes I think like somebody watch us, like on the Netflix, like what we're doing there.
Yeah. Okay. What about you? What do we put on Earth to do?
I think we're here to experience everything: life, creating life.
What about murder?
Career.
But if you had to pick one
Travel.
thing, the main thing, what would you say it was?
But that goes back to the question about procreating, and obviously I wouldn't take my kids away for the life
So
of
would
me
it be fair to
because
say
they're.
that it's procreation?
But if I didn't know any better, I definitely could still find other aspects of my life that I would make me happy and I would believe in because I
Okay.
have
What
also
about human
just
beings in general, not just you? Yeah.
human beings in general.
Yeah, that
I
was the
think that
question
we
originally.
should be allowed to experience it all and have it
Oh,
all.
what about murder?
Have
Can I
it
knife
all.
you right now?
No.
Can I put a
What
blade through the
experience
fucking
compares to having children?
Pardon?
What experience has come close to motherhood?
I would say I do a bit of charity work, so I think giving back and taking girls out of compromising situations, like I have done, wouldn't. It
What's a
wouldn't
better
be this.
life experience, motherhood or charity?
Well, definitely. Like I said, I've had kids, so it's different.
Yeah,
You
sure.
can't give
Her
somebody
answer
something
is the
and
answer.
take that away.
All right,
you
what
know?
about you? What is
But
the,
if I
what is the
didn't know
reason
any
human beings are put on
better-
Earth?
I believe our purpose here is to help one another, serve one another.
Hey,
and
All right, but
whether
what's
you're
the
a
top
woman,
thing?
to serve one another and to serve a higher being, which is God.
Serve a pedophile.
I don't think anyone knows the
Lord.
reason why we're on Earth, but I think once we're here, we need to act in a way.
Serve a pedophile.
I don't think anyone knows the reason why we're on Earth, but I think once we're here, we need to act in a way that would produce the best society, be the people that we want the rest
Aren't
of
you
the
the girl who
Procreate.
sucks Sneeko?
What about you? What do you think human beings are put on Earth to do?
I just think we're here. I don't think there's like a bigger purpose.
That's the blonde answer.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I don't think we're here just to procreate because otherwise we'd be animals, and that's what animals are here for. So I think that the reason that we're given consciousness in the first place
Well, are we
is
not
to
animals?
Nope.
we are holier than animals if you believe in the Quran or
Yeah.
the Bible.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we're living beings, correct?
No, because an animal doesn't feel shame, Myron, even if they're naked.
Wait, do we think animals have souls like human for the religious people in this panel?
No, we're not Jews. Jews believe that. They believe in
All
lesser
right, go ahead.
souls.
So continue on. Sorry. So you think what is if there's one main thing? What do you think? It
So
is?
the reason that we are given consciousness or humans are put on this earth, as you put it,
Yeah.
in my opinion, is to ponder that consciousness.
Hold on, just your Jew mouth. Just stop talking for a second. The difference from an animal and a human, every philosopher and intellectual throughout history agreed, is to identify God.
Hold on,
shut the fuck up,
every
bitch.
intellectual
A human can
philosopher
identify
throughout-
is to identify God.
Hold on,
shut the fuck up,
every
bitch.
intellectual
A human can
philosopher
identify.
throughout history.
A pig does not ponder if God is real. That's proof of God, bitch. Do you understand? A pig doesn't go. Maybe your husband.
Do you think
but
I'm
a
an
pig-
atheist?
Of course you are. Look
No,
at you. Look
what
at you. You're
do you
not
mean?
married.
You-
And you know what's
are
funny?
you, like,
All, all these fucking dumb bitches, they all said
shit.
marriage and being a mother. Where the fuck do you think you get that? You get that from our Bible. So
No,
shut
we
the
don't.
fuck
I
up and go
don't.
back to the book.
I
You're
didn't
ruining
study the
society.
All right. So what I was gonna say was whether to bring this all full. Do you want to finish your point before I say it?
No, it's circa
you want-
finished.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. I finished
Train
with
of
her.
thought.
It's a miracle.
I went around the table there, right? Because the reality is that human beings are put on Earth to create life. Whether you're an atheist or you are religious, all the books pretty much say it. The most important thing is having children, creating offspring. That's why we're put on Earth. That's why the male biological urge to have sex is so strong, and the female biological urge to have children is so strong. Especially as they get older and they get closer to that window, right? They call it the baby rabies. It's a real thing.
I'm not sure the Quran the Quran really says that that we're put here to worship God. We're here as God's
Of course.
slaves. And then you think about what God would want us to do is to do
But
the
having
right
a
thing.
family is also at the top. I mean, outside of worshiping God, the next thing is having a family.
Right.
Really? So right?
That's how you make God happy.
Yeah. So whether you're an atheist or you're religious, etc., it seems to me that procreating is at the top of the totem pole. If you're an atheist, it's procreating. If you are religious, it's God, then procreating, which is right there, right?
Right.
So with that said, creating life, what makes a man's chances increase to procreate? I'll answer it. Acquiring status, resources, being attractive. Fair? Can we all agree on that?
Trinity. Data-wise, you're just wrong.
What?
Like, poor men have more kids than wealthy men. You're just wrong. I know you said I could try, but like, you can Google the numbers right now. You're just wrong.
No.
The best in the village.
I didn't say what is actually going to lead to. I said what increases your chances.
How can it increase your chance if it doesn't actually do it? Or what is that? What do you base it on?
It would be the highest level of trinity of status, network, and looks in the fucking village. Like Melina chose you from all the fucking nerds. She chose you because you have the most network, looks, and fucking status, you dumb fucking
If there's a
liberal
guy, thank you for saying I'm so hot. If there's a guy that's pursuing that trinity of things and another guy's just trying to fucking have as many kids as possible, the guy that's fucking have as many kids as possible is always going to have more kids than the wealthy.
But remember, again, this goes back to creating life and increasing your likelihood of mating. As a man, acquiring status, resources, competence, etc., is going to secure your ability at a higher likelihood of getting a better mate, being able to stay with that mate long term, and most importantly, getting more than just one woman because men want quantity. Right? Acquiring status, resources.
Yeah, I understand.
It's
like
important for increasing your chances of finding a mate.
Sure, it's a fun theory, but number-wise, none of that exists in reality. Poor men have more baby mamas. Poor men have more children. Poor men have a higher likelihood of passing their genes on. Isn't this just the point of like idiocracy of the movie?
They
Like,
cannot sustain and maintain a.
they don't need to sustain and maintain.
Hold on, Destiny, which of the poor? The highest status.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Let me finish my point here, okay? Because it still doesn't change the fact that it increases a man's likelihood of mating, acquiring these things, which is why, right? Men get a natural benefit and happiness because you mentioned before, you guys built up this podcast. It makes you feel good. The reason why men chase resources and status is because that leads to respect, that leads to fulfillment, because men are fulfilled when they create something. That's why men are builders. That's why men are overwhelmingly inventors. They create the infrastructure, etc. Men are fulfilled from creating things. Women, however, are fulfilled from creating children. That's why women, right? Women don't get the same satisfaction from building something. They don't get the same satisfaction from career, earning income, etc. They get more satisfaction from having children. Even the women on the panel, successful hairdressing salon, etc., they pick their kids. Why? They pick their kids because they know that my duty as a woman is to be attractive so I can find the highest status man that I can and have children with that man. So what I'm saying is that women get their benefit from biological sense. They get their fulfillment from having a family. If they want to have a career, that's cool, but it's never going to fulfill them to the same extent that it will for a man, because when a man is fulfilled with a career, his mating options increase. When a woman is fulfilled by being attractive and having a man, she's successfully done her mating strategy, because men and women are different. Women want quality, so how do I get quality? I be attractive, keep myself young and fertile, get that man, bam, I secured his resources, I won, I have children with that man, I'm in a relationship, man wins, I have resource, I have status, I have this woman, but if I want to, I can spread my seed to other women because I have the ability to have quantity.
why don't any of them do it?
Perfect. What was that?
Wealthy men don't go out and have a ton of kids, though. It like defeats your entire argument. If men are only pursuing these things because it gives them the option to procreate more,
a bunch of other women,
but they don't, and they don't have a lot of kids. They literally don't. Higher body counts are on poor people. Like, everybody knows this.
Are you talking about today?
Today, yes.
Yeah, because there's birth control. We have contraception and birth control, so men don't have to deal with the consequence of impregnating women.
Yeah, but even wealthier men don't have higher sexual partner count. There's no study, there's no research you could pull. Like, we're totally off the facts at this point. Like I said, like, it's like Nick's story. These are nice stories, but they don't map onto reality. They're just stories. If you look at the data, wealthy men aren't out here having sex with all these women. They're definitely not procreating with all these women. And if they wanted to, they could tell them to get a birth control.
Jesse, common sense. Common sense
is if you ask who has more kids, it's gonna be poor people.
Mapping on reality, maps of meaning over here. If I am like a multi-millionaire and I'm standing next to some homeless bum, who is going to have a higher chance of mating with a woman?
It's about who's choosing to.
Exactly. We're talking about chance, not choice.
But you're saying you pursue the chance in order to exercise the chance.
We're saying very simply, it's very simple. I know it's hard to understand. When there's no source, where's the source that says that hot, tall chads with lots of
emotion
money
over fact, because you can't win the data argument.
It is.
It's an emotional argument.
It's just
I can't
common
argue
sense.
against the emotional.
Everybody watching can perfectly understand what
really
we're
they think
about.
that wealthy people have more children than
wealthy
people.
That's why everybody are more accessible to wealthy people.
Wait a minute. Then why do poor people have so many more children?
Because it's a different lifestyle.
You think right now, I'm curious, and the wealthier countries in the world versus the poor countries in the world, who's having more children?
Africa.
Really, but they're all poor. Why?
Selection. Why? It's
First
RK
of all, it's not
selection.
RK
Very
selection.
simple.
That has to do with investment in
It
offspring. That's not
absolutely
even
is.
true.
Yes,
No.
it is. Yep, it
It's
is. You
not.
can look up. There's a debate about it on YouTube. But
There's not a
that's
debate about it.
beside the
There
point.
are selected species and case-selected
It's
species.
very simple.
But it has nothing to do with the conversation right now.
If I'm rich versus a poor person, who has a higher chance of going to a bar and pulling a girl and taking her home?
Well, based on the data, it seems like the poor person that's spending all his time does.
Okay, that's all I wanted was that
That's
answer.
great. And then we
based
look up-
on the data, the poor person.
Is data gay when it backs me up, Nick?
It's
Mr.
gay when it's
Captain Virgin
retarded.
at 26,
It's gay
you
when
hate
it's
the data
retarded.
now?
Everyone
I'm
raise
sorry.
your hand if you think
Well,
the
I know that
person has a
upsets you.
higher
I'm sorry.
chance of
I can only
pulling
go
a
by the
woman.
numbers. That's all I can read.
But you also have to admit that what we're talking about, there's no way to conclusively conduct a study on that level where you're comparing wealthy men who keep their sex life secret for obvious reasons versus a regular dude and or a lower socioeconomic male. Like you can't, that study would never pass any type of ethical
Wait,
guidelines.
hold on. You literally can check who has more children. You
Bro,
can
you
break it down by
fuck
income.
40 Discord girls a month, but when you were a carpet cleaner, you barely had one. You had some half midget.
Babies with 40 different women. What are you talking about? 40 different guys.
That's not a good assessment to use that people are having sex, because you got to remember in 2023, guys that have money are more likely to pay for an abortion, use contraception, give a girl a plan B. They're less likely to actually go through the process of having the child.
Yeah, but then why would we acquire all the status if it's not to have children then? I thought that was the whole point.
No, you're right. But men want the sexual options. Men are more interested in the sexual act. That's what I'm talking about.
That's the point here. Optimal performance will, in example, you need money and status, but just to have kids and have like that sex life, you could be a bum. However, it's the intent behind it. So if I intend to have sex with women, that's my intent. That's my focus. So by default, I'm gonna have more options and more girls. But higher quality women will respect a man that has worked on himself and becomes successful.
Wait a minute, Fresh and Nick, are you saying the homeless man that smells like fucking dog piss is not my wife? You gotta be kidding me, bro.
The whole reason I even went through that display is to show that men derive fulfillment from success and acquiring status and resources, which increases their likelihood of going up in the sexual marketplace. Women get fulfillment from having a child and family with a man they love, admire, and respect, and securing his commitment. We are very different in our sexual strategies. That's what I'm saying. Men and women derive fulfillment from different things. Can a woman derive fulfillment from a career? Of course, but a majority of women will not.
I understand what you're saying, but I can only repeat it so many times. Like, none of the data agrees with you. There's a reason why the world has changed the way it is, but like, we're just going back and forth.
No.
Like,
Since the
I agree.
1970s, female lack of happiness has gone up.
How are you guys going to decry studies I use and then try to appeal to one of the most difficult to study social phenomenon of like happiness and satisfaction? Like, if you want to study happiness and satisfaction, every single first world country dramatically outpaces every single third world country where they're having more kids, where they live a more fundamental life, where they don't have birth control or cell phones. But like, studying happiness is one of the most difficult social phenomenon to study.
But since
now you're going to appeal
1970s,
to
they've
those
seen
studies.
females' life approval ratings have gone down. And what has also occurred during those same decades, I know correlation is a causation, but feminism got stronger since the 70s, and women's happiness rates have went down alongside it. So is the antidepressant medication subscriptions, they've went up. So, I mean, we could sit here and say women are happier now than ever before, but I would respectfully disagree and say that women are less happy than they've ever been because they've been lied to about what actually makes them happy. They're being falsely told, chase a career, make money, acquire resources, basically live like a man, and you will be happy. And what do we have? We have a lot of sad women out there that aren't having the same high approval ratings with life, even though they're the most educated and they make the most money they've ever had.
Sure. I mean, like, we can, I don't want to go back and forth all night, but like, I've said my piece,
Okay, fair enough.
Just out of curiosity,
somebody have something?
sure.
Yeah,
I was wondering if you value your career over your family.
Here's the thing. I understand, like, obviously family's always going to come first, but the difference between me and a woman is that there is no, I must be excellent to have the family. In other words, I can't leave the workforce for my family, but my wife can. Does that make sense? Like, my family staying intact and being on point is contingent upon my competency and my excellence. The family's success is not contingent upon my woman's success and competency. That's the difference.
Yep. Unless he decides.
That is
to
why
leave.
it's so important for the man to be the leader. That is why it's so important for men to pursue excellence. That is why it's so important for the man to take on the reins and be the main breadwinner. If the woman wants to work, fantastic. I think women should work electively. Men must work mandatorily.
Can I ask you a question? Would you ever be
Can
a
we get
stay-at-home dad?
Absolutely not.
Okay, but
And there's a bunch of biological reasons for that. Women don't respect men that don't provide security and provisioning and a bunch of other things. And me being a stay-at-home father, I've effectively feminized myself. Like, if I could, like realistically speaking, if women weren't the way that they were, it might work. But women are very cutthroat when they're with a man that they feel that they are better than.
It's just like
They will lose respect for you. They will start to emasculate you. They'll start talking shit to you. They won't want to be with you. And they want to feel like they're with a man that can protect and provide for them, no matter how much money they make. If I meet a woman and she makes $1 million a year and she took care of her own security, she's still going to want me to make at least $1 million a year. Women are very greedy and selfish with their resources. They don't like to share with men. However, men are happy to share their resources with women. That's why the man must always be in a leadership breadwinner role. When a woman makes more money than her man, the studies show this, the divorce rates go up precipitously.
okay.
Women are terrible people when they have leverage. No offense.
Earlier, when we had asked all the girls, what you or what's more important to you, family or career, it was to prove a specific point. Except for all of the men in this room would, because you guys are godly, right? And Quran and Bible come first, so you would choose family first as well. So the point being is, women, even though we put family first,
The man has to choose career first.
Oh, so you do choose career?
Well, if I don't have the career, I can't have the family.
Yeah.
How many men work in law enforcement that go to work when they don't want to work because they have to make the money for the family? How many guys are out on business trips to work to earn for the family? Like, men, even though it sounds terrible, as a man, you must put your career first. Of course, you love your family more, but you understand that your career must be put first. You're going to miss Christmas. You're going to miss birthdays. You're going to miss basketball games. Men must make this sacrifice in the pursuit of excellence to maintain their family.
Destiny made the point.
We don't get a choice like women do. Women get a choice of if they want to pursue excellence and get a career. Men don't.
Destiny made the point. You can have kids being poor. However, optimal performance is, you know what? I make money for my family. I'm the provider. That works all the time.
Yeah.
But being poor, having kids, what's the point?
Or you know what? We could go 50-50, but let's be honest here. Most women don't want to go 50-50.
Well, there's a lot of single mums out there that don't have the option of 50-50. They still do it on their own, and we get by just fine.
You have to.
So
yeah, it's not
why
really...
would we not agree to go 50-50? If I'm getting by on my own without a man, and a man came and said, I'm going to cut your bill in half, I'd be like, thank God. And I would still be happy.
That's you, but with all due respect, you're 35 years old. Your options in the sexual marketplace aren't like they were 10 years ago. So you might have to concede to that. But a younger woman at her prime is not taking 50-50. Let's keep it 1,000. They're not. They want a guy who's a leader in all aspects. Women typically have to lower their standards as they get older. You have children now, you're 35 years old.
I've always wanted to work. Always. I worked.
That's
all
fantastic.
through my pregnancies
Being a
and
mother is
after.
not a 50-50 proposition.
100%.
Why not? Why don't you love my child like I love my child?
Here's why. Because if you look at a lot of women who go to work,
Your semen
hang
made
on,
it.
hang on, whoa. If a woman's going to work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week with young children, what do they leave them alone in the house, or they have to take them
You
to
get
daycare?
an au pair.
They got to take them to an au pair. You think? Okay, there we
Well,
go.
once a child turns 5 or 6, the kid's at school, right? That's usually when the parents start working again.
No, but I'm talking early
or
childhood. I'm talking
daycare.
about like
I
from
worked
0
from
to
home
4.
with my kids
Exactly.
at home.
Wait. But that's the point I'm making. It's daycare. Being a mother's a full-time job, and that proves it. Because if a woman's working, she's got to take the kids to daycare so someone else could be the mother.
Or
No,
split
but
shift.
I mean, usually
A
it's
man
like
could go and a
school. So
woman could
usually
go.
you don't start daycare until like 3 maybe, and then you're in school at 5.
But those first 3 months are the most
3
important
months.
The
Yeah, you're
first 3
usually
months.
with your
Yeah,
child the
of
first
course,
3
you might have
months.
to
You're not in
breastfeed.
work the first
But I
3
worked
months.
from home.
Early,
in those
I'm
so
talking about
hang
like
on,
3
hang on.
years
Okay.
old.
You know, it's amazing how everyone starts. It's a touchy subject because women don't like to think about this. Children want their mothers to be around. It's essential in the first 3 months. It is critical after that. And yeah, children go to school and everything, but if a man and woman are married and if they're having sex the right way, which is without birth control and contraceptives, you're supposed to have multiple kids. And so if you've got multiple kids coming out all the time, some of them are going to have to be in daycare. Some of them are not going to be taken to school. And the thing is about school isn't as long as work. Because I remember my mother, when me and my sister were born, she quit her job. We had to downsize her house. She could stay home and raise me and my sister. And I remember even when I was going to kindergarten or first grade, we got off of school at 3 o'clock. And the kids that their mom was working, they had to go to daycare, after school daycare. Couldn't see their mom until 5. And it's almost like the kid is working a full-time job because they get dropped off at school at 7, picked up at 5. They do their homework. They're really only with their parents for like 4 hours of the day before they have to go to bed and start all over again. And that's a child's life. What is a more important job for a mother to have than to be there for her children at their youngest age? That's where I'm coming from. That's why it's a full-time job. I'm not saying don't love your kid. I'm just saying it's a full-time job.
Well, you just said like a lot of children actually really like extended care and after hours at school because it's a time to play with other kids.
That's crazy.
Not everybody. I know it's crazy to you. I know it's like crazy weird. That's not crazy weird. The idea of like I want to go right home to my house and I want to sit in my house and stare at my mom all day. Most kids when they're 5, 6, 7 actually do like playing after school with kids. Sometimes some of the most fun you had. Yeah, maybe you didn't have any friends in school, but for the rest of us that did, it's actually nice to be able to play with them after class. Yeah.
Well, you don't play
disagree.
any sports, right? Because like I asked you, you don't play.
No, I'm 24 years old. I don't play sports.
No, I did ask you last night, and you said no.
I played sports when I was a kid.
What sports?
Volleyball, t-ball.
Okay, and you did this when?
I don't know. Weekends.
Probably after school.
Not every day. I mean, but what's your argument? Is your argument that daycare doesn't have to raise the kids for part or most of the time if a woman's working?
Okay, so
because that's true, right? You concede this.
I see what you're saying, and
you do concede that premise.
No, not fully.
Okay? So a woman can have a full-time job and be a full-time mother.
Yes.
But the kid is being raised in the daycare for the time that the mother's not there. So they're acting as a surrogate mother, right?
I hear what you're saying, that the mom will absolutely get less time. That's 100%.
Just say you don't understand it because you have a...
The mom will...
So they're acting as a surrogate mother, right?
I hear what you're saying, that the mom will absolutely get less time. That's 100%.
Just say you don't understand it because you have a
But what
woman's
about
brain.
how
can you be full-time?
You fucking dumbass. I offered you an IQ test
Explain.
a million fucking times and you will not take it.
And you offered head a million times. I don't want it.
Piece of shit.
I don't want the head either. But
I like how the facade drops. I like how when she gets frustrated, the facade of the nice girl.
Nick,
explain to me.
She's saying,
and then she gets mad, and then I told you to take a fucking IQ test, you fucking asshole.
I have offered him an IQ test like a million times. He will not take it.
This nice little girl. She's saying, and then she gets mad, and then I told you to take a fucking IQ test, you fucking asshole.
I have offered him an IQ test like a million times. He will not take it. He's retarded.
I don't like culture pussy. But check this out. How can you do a full-time motherhood if 7 hours are going to some fucking daycare pedophile? What are you trying to say? You're saying 7 hours is going to a daycare pedophile, but you're still full-time? Why are you stupid?
I'm saying that the mom will obviously have. I didn't say I didn't.
We're saying
understand the point at all.
Listen with your peanut brain. Full time. You know what full time means?
My mother was a full-time mom and a full-time she works as an attorney. She had a full-time job. And she was home every day and she cooked me dinner. But I still had to go to soccer practice. I still had to do a lot of things after school.
So she wasn't full time.
She was full time.
No, she wasn't. Your mom failed you. That's why you're on this podcast.
What do you guys think 5, 6, 7-year-old kids do after school? I want to hear that. I'm so curious right now.
But that's play
video games? Watch TV?
What about the men who can't
play? So what's the difference between playing outside with other kids and going to daycare?
Hang on. That's a total diversion for what we're talking about.
It's literally not. We're literally talking about after school instead of care and daycare.
Because here's the fundamental point, which I keep trying to make, but for whatever reason, it's just like flying over everybody's head. If the mother is working, this is time away from her being a mother. It's less hours with the child. And you can say, hang on. And you can say, oh, well, so what? You can say that. So what? The kid is playing soccer or whatever. You can say that. But those are hours that a mother literally cannot be there for the kid because they're at work.
Sure. So you're saying when a kid is 5, 6, 7 years old, it's more important for the kid to go home and be with his mom than to play with other kids after school?
I think it's essential for the mother to be there for the kids all day.
I'm going to keep that. Okay, let me ask that one more time. Wait. I want to hear that one more time. So for 5 years and older, you think it's more important for that kid to go home and be with his mom than it is for them to play with other kids after school?
I think it's less important 5 years and up. But if you're talking about K through 5 or 0 to 5 years old, what woman could
No one is talking 0 to 5.
That is what I talked about.
So then you should very easily answer my question and say, no, Destiny, when they hit 5, when they're going to school, it's probably better for them to play with kids after school than go with their mom.
What I said initially is that that is what I talked about.
So then you should very easily answer my question and say, no, Destiny, when they hit 5, when they're going to school, it's probably better for them to play with kids after school than go with their mom.
What I said initially is that from 0 to 5, these are critical years. I said the first 3 months are essential. 0 to 5 is critical. And a woman can't take 5 years off of a full-time job to be there for a kid. So a daycare worker or somebody's going to have to step in. And this is what I'm talking about, priorities.
You still haven't answered my question. It's so simple.
You don't answer my stupid question. You don't answer my stupid logical fallacy diversion.
It's
I'm
not a
trying to
logical
argument.
argument. It's such a simple question.
I'm constructing an argument.
Maybe I can ask the women if you don't understand.
I'm constructing an argument. Why would I ask someone that's inferior intelligence to me a question?
Inferior
intelligence.
intelligence,
Let me
okay.
jump in,
It's a
okay?
25-year-old virgin
Let me
gay
jump
guy. Go
in.
ahead.
24-year-old virgin.
Go
That's
ahead.
what God calls us to do.
Go
You're
ahead,
a 34-year-old cunt.
You're only
And
virgin
you're
because anal
homosexual.
sex. You're only a
And
virgin because getting.
I need allies. I want you to join me.
Yes. Jump in, okay?
25-year-old virgin
Let me
gay
jump
guy. Go
in.
ahead.
24-year-old virgin.
Go ahead.
That's what God
Yeah.
calls us to do.
Go
You're
ahead,
a
yeah.
34-year-old cunt.
You're only
And
virgin
you're
because anal
homosexual.
sex. You're only
And
a virgin because getting in the ass doesn't count to you for losing virginity.
You're talking about hooking up
Keep
with
on
guys on
going.
Grindr
Keep on
yesterday
going.
with sneak ups. I don't know. You're not
That's-
doing that
Destiny,
one.
what was the question again?
The question is, if the kid is 5 years and older, they're going to school, whenever they start kindergarten, first grade, is it better for them right after school to go home and be with mom or to play with other kids for an hour or two at like extended
But
care?
that's not what we're talking about. We're not
You see how he
talking
can't
about
answer the question?
But this is what you do. You ask a stupid, and then he throws
It's
his
such
head
an
up
easy
and
answer. Yeah, you can keep pointing it out. but
I'm
you can't answer the
incapable of
question.
having an adult
Because you know that the question
conversation.
defeats your entire worldview.
And
It's
I'm
like
about
based
to
on
explain.
nothing.
You have to
You
keep
are a kid
interrupting
that
me.
went to school
You
with
have
no
to keep interrupting
friends.
me.
You're a
So
fucking
that-
homo. You're a
yeah.
virgin. We've all
There
seen the
it is.
pictures, Nick. Like, there's a reason why you can't engage with the question. Sorry,
The
Myron, go ahead.
personal attacks don't work.
The
when
part
you're
after you
a
screamed at me,
homosexual.
cuck over and over again.
That's what you are. That's what you are.
You gotta remember that she asked he's formulating his argument based off from 0 to 5, and then he'll answer your question after.
Well,
5.
no, but I'm rejecting the premise because the questions don't exist after and then he has to interrupt whenever I try to attempt to make my argument.
Go ahead.
I'm rejecting the premise because the question is not what's better for kids, hanging out with their friends or being with their mom. The premise is this. If, and then he's on the phone dismissive, he's looking at chat for
Because
rebuttals. I love that.
You're
He's
not
always
answering
looking
my
at chat for
question.
the rebuttals.
It's always the rambling with you.
No,
You're
no,
like
no.
a shitty preacher.
It's not rambling.
I was gonna
when
say
somebody
minus the
is
child abuse,
constructing
but
an
you
argument.
probably
That's
won't.
not-
Destiny, let him finish his point. Let him
See,
finish his point.
this is why your own community said you lost the debate on Fridays
Keep
because you
going,
resort
Nick.
to these cheap tactics,
There he
false
goes.
dichotomies. You check your
Nick,
chat.
you love me so much. You're
That's
posting
what you
pictures
do.
on your Telegram of me.
Yeah,
Nick.
because you were
Because you
cramming
jerk
for
off,
another
because you
debate.
wish-
You were cramming for another
wish you could
debate,
have half the life
literally in
that I
the
have.
lobby.
24-year-old virgin on a Red Pill podcast.
I wish
Please.
I was 3 feet tall, blue
Please
hair,
keep
and a wife that
please
fucks other
keep talking.
guys.
I know.
Right.
You're
Every guy's dream. Right. Anyway, so I reject the premise.
Yeah.
I reject the premise because it's not a question of this is what you do. You always steer into a stupid question. The question is, if a woman is working a full-time job, it's not whether it's better for the kid to be with the mom or with the kids. The mom's not an option. Mom's off the fucking table because she's at work. So if the kid's sick, if the kid gets injured, if there's something that's going on, if she's got to take them somewhere, oh, sorry, honey. I'm working that day. Sorry, honey. I'm scheduled to come in that day. It's off the table. That's what I'm getting at. And she doesn't like it because it makes her uncomfortable.
No,
because it's
I'll
true.
tell you why, because you steered away from my answer. My answer was about working mums. Some women have to work. There's not many.
I know that.
There is not many families that can afford to buy a house in Australia without 2 incomes. So if you can't earn enough, then the woman steps in. Or at the end of the day, we don't all get given jobs that make millions. The world won't work. The world's not going to revolve like that.
I agree
Reality
with you.
is. So you steered away from that, and then you made fun of women that have to give their kids up.
I didn't make fun.
Well,
I
you
did.
kind of said it was wrong.
I think it's wrong. I didn't make fun of
But
it.
what about if we have to do that?
And let me answer that. Let me answer that directly. You're telling me something that's not unfamiliar to me, okay? Both my mom and my father lost their fathers at a very early age before they turned 10 years old. So both my father and mother were raised by single moms. Both were widows. And so I understand out of necessity, sometimes a single mother has to be there. And I love both my grandmothers. They're very tough. They're very smart.
But those kids are less because they're not with their mum all the time.
No, of course. I'm saying my parents are less. Of course, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you're less. Sometimes it's out of necessity. But we're not talking about necessity. We're not talking about circumstance. We're saying what is right.
You
We're saying what
diverted
should
the
be
question,
encouraged.
though.
It's not diverted. Some women have to do that. I also think, by the way, that, I don't want to get into your personal life, but some situations, the husband dies. That's not most situations for single mothers, if we're being totally honest. Most single mothers, it's not because the husband dies tragically at a young age and an unforeseen
They picked the
circumstance.
wrong guy.
It's elective. And so it's really about what decisions are people making. And I think it's a better decision. I think it is ideal for the mother to choose full-time motherhood. I think it's better for the kids. I think the mother prefers that. I think it's probably, I'm not a girl,